It is Wednesday, my dudes, which means it's time for your court-mandated shopping episode. It is November the 16th, 2022. Session number... I genuinely don't remember. Are we on like 44?
44.
44!
Yep.
Wow.
How's everybody doing?
So good.
So
I'm
good.
good. So good.
Happy to hear it.
We got our weekly technical difficulties out of the way.
Yeah, I know. If I ever unplug my microphone, Streamlabs just forgets that it exists. And it's like, oh, okay, well, we just won't have audio. It's fine. What happened last time?
A lot.
A lot.
Uh,
we
Yeah.
legend,
A lot of
we
legend
legend
lore.
lord everything,
Zone lore.
and,
a lot
and
about
everyone
saves.
had some rook time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone had interaction with Rook.
And then ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended with
Skeletor.
Ghost.
Yes.
How could you not? How could you not remember the almost ceaseless stream of bullshit we forced you to generate
I
for like
remember
4
it.
hours?
I just wanted to make you remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Stream of bullshit, and then Rick wants to hold hands.
What
Yeah.
if we held hands?
For our cheap flowers.
Mm.
What a time. So,
Yeah.
it's a little after sundown. And you guys are just kind of outside the town here watching this ghostly horseman kind of head back to his army of assembled skeletons and husks.
So are we following?
Are we
This-
I
following?
think we are. I think we're following.
Can we get? Is there a good way to get across the river or something?
We have a boat. It folds.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we could
Okay.
just use that, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah.
All right, we'll follow you. Okay.
He
It folds back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
seems to be moving at a rather slow pace. He's just kind of generally walking westward with this amassed army of undead behind him, just kind of slowly trudging. Some of them just kind of linger and look at you before turning and continuing on. They do not move at a very quick pace.
And luckily, they travel at the speed of Mount Zombie, so we got time.
Yeah, we have time to contemplate what's happening here.
Do we know what is happening
Nice.
here?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Ghost
We're-
boys asked for help.
Yeah,
We're kind of
very-
banking on the fact that they're not attacking us, and so by that measure, that's still better than the alternative.
You
I
see,
mean,
Frederick
people
is
help.
also there with like a handful of people from the town. So, what is what
Do you have
exactly
any
is
idea?
going? No,
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
don't.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I was totally expecting this guy to be evil.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of not.
I mean, we don't know that he's not. We just
Yeah.
Well, he didn't ransack your village on sight, so that's better
that
than
is
I was
true.
expecting.
Yes, that part is good. But where is it going?
Back to Paramount, I would imagine.
Back.
If he's just going straight west, then
He's going to walk into a lake.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
He is a ghost.
I
So...
don't know. Maybe we can surf on this mountain.
maybe he has a bunch of boats. I don't know.
HM05,
Yeah.
go. Oh, HM4? I forget which one's surf. 5 is flash though. I don't know.
4,
Is it 4? Damn it.
3, 3.
2's fly, 1's
Oh.
cut. Hold
We're
on.
gonna get hung up on this for way too long.
HM04 is strength. It's not surf. What the? Which one is surf?
I think it's 3.
I have no. Hmm.
It's 3. All right. Glad we sorted that out. No, you can't do that anyway. Doesn't matter. None of you are water types
I'm fire
That's true. I'm rock type.
or zigzagoons for that matter.
type. We all died to water type.
I guess I'm poison type.
Dark. You're
Yeah.
dark type.
Yeah, poison dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, poison dark. Yeah.
Celeste fairy.
He's a Krogunk. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we just follow the mountain and see what happens. Right?
Sure, I guess we go that way. Does everybody have all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he's
Yeah.
got his robot dog.
I mean, we kind of didn't have a immediate course of action anyway, so I guess
Yeah.
it can be this.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, I
Sure,
mean,
Steve.
yeah, we could see what. If your ultimate goal was to get to Tor, then Faramund is closer.
Oh,
Technically?
so close.
Did they? Was it a port before everything fell and went to shit?
Yeah, I
There's
mean
like
they
a
had
ghost ship there.
they had ships, but oh, okay, that is frightening, but also very cool.
Yeah, I hope that's true.
I don't.
Maybe it's like a nice ghost ship. Like these guys. Well, like that one. I don't know about all the ones under
So far,
there. Yeah. So far, yeah. I guess really all he's done is come over here and said help, and we said sure. Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is walking very, very slowly. So
I mean, that's not menacing, right?
Oh.
Well,
I
he's
just-
gotta
I
travel
think his
with all of his
yeah,
buddies.
I think his enormous army of zombies is sort of setting his maximum speed.
I'll just like jog over next to it. Just, hey! Hey, do you want us to go to Fairmont?
Kind of looks down at you.
Can you just... Yeah, okay. Should we go on ahead?
Just kind of points in that direction.
You want us to just go this way? Ahead
to-
of you?
Seems to be pointing towards the general direction of Faramund. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll meet you there. Let's look back at everyone. That's...
What way do we want to go?
Well, I mean, how big is that river up ahead, and how big is, like, this point to this point on the map?
So try going to Braddock and then hopping across from here. It would add a little bit of time, but at the pace he's moving, it could be a good place to rest.
Yeah, I would just.
Yeah, sure,
The idea would generally be spending as much time on land as we could, unless we were feeling especially confident in our holding boat.
yeah. Alright, well, down to Braddock it is.
Yeah, it's basically that, or like going.
Or right there.
Yeah, going up and
Yeah.
around that way, and then through the woods. But I don't
And
know.
contending with whatever awaits us in that forest. Last forest wasn't awesome, so
Not
No.
great. No.
No.
Not at all.
We took care of the no problem, though. It's fine.
It-
Although there was the trees.
Yeah, that was,
Everything about that
Trees.
time was just not a great
The
time.
plant things.
I didn't.
Alright.
I didn't hear much about that, but it sounded bad.
Yeah, it was.
it was.
Yeah. I
Yes.
breathed in some spores. I got better, though, so.
He always does.
I believe Celeste did too, but she got better too. Alright, well let's Braddock? Everybody in favor of Braddock?
Yeah.
I think they're relatively safe over there, so yeah, we could
Right.
walk down
Right.
to the coast. That's probably a day, and then
Mhm.
boat.
I love boat, yeah. Fantastic. Alright, well let's get a move on, I guess. Before they beat us there.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem.
I don't even know how they're going to get a.
I'm
Like,
going to
look
guess
back
at least
and
some
they're
of them
like,
are.
to 20 feet away.
I mean, are we really gonna play the rules of logic for a mountain of zombies? Like, I'm not gonna get there.
Just like to think of it as like a big wagon or something, just in my mind. Alright, let's
There's like a very small chance of that actually getting. When you try to ford the river with your wagon, sometimes that doesn't work,
I don't know.
and you sink and die of dysentery.
Yeah,
It's a very painful death.
it's terrible when that happens. Alright.
I know so much about it. Intimately familiar.
Really?
No,
No,
obviously not.
you don't.
You all went down this weirdly specific rabbit hole.
That's
Fred-
why I thought.
Frederick,
I
is
don't
there
know.
anything of note in
You're a healer,
Braddock these days?
Who did you ask? that of?
Frederick?
Oh, is Lord
Is everything
Hamilton.
cool there right now?
We have some trade with them. Yeah, they seem fine. Reclusive.
For any specific reason?
I think just because it's safer that way.
Oh, okay. Alright, well,
Same reason we are.
yeah. To Braddock!
Best of luck.
Thanks. I suppose you have, like, forces or something, do you?
Horses?
Yeah,
Or
I
like
don't know.
riding? No.
I
Yeah.
think we might just be better off walking anyhow, considering.
Alright.
Are you going to take them on your folding boat? Well,
You're so
Yeah.
right.
Maybe. I don't know. We can
I
make
just
it happen.
ran them down there and then let them be free, I guess. Alright,
No.
never mind. Forget I
Yeah,
asked. Yeah. Alright, well, onward.
onward. Somebody can go ahead and roll a d20.
I'll do it.
Do it.
5.
Ow.
It's a little overcast, but otherwise balmy. It's starting to get a little less cold now that you're kind of entering the springtime season. Just kind of cold, but not snowy, so that part's nice. There's just kind of mist curling up around your feet as you begin walking. It is nighttime as you set off here, but you've had a few weeks of resting, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Begin your journey southward, southwest. Okay. Well, you guys walk until about noon the following day, just kind of making your way through. Interestingly enough, as you guys are kind of cresting over some of these hills and these plains here, kind of following along the coast, a few miles inland, around sunrise, you guys are just kind of every so often looking back to kind of keep an eye on the horde that seems to kind of vaguely be coming the same direction as you, but at a much slower clip. After the sun comes up, you just don't see them anymore.
Are they only visible at night?
The only time we've seen them prior to this.
Well,
I guess this is time to go to sleep. Take a rest. Look for things. I don't know. Or like this is in the middle of the.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kinda like
just
open
something that,
fields?
yeah.
Or is it like forest nearby? Is there like? Yeah.
They're just gone.
They're just
Alright,
gone,
right.
and we're just in the middle of nowhere.
I mean,
Wow.
we know where we're going.
Yeah, you know
so
where
we
you're
don't
going.
really
You just
Yeah.
don't see them anymore. It's after the sun comes up, and you guys can continue walking for a little while after that without getting tired.
Oh,
Um,
maybe we just press forward a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll meet us there.
keep going until about, I would say about noon. You reach the coast there, probably like somewhere around here.
Are we boat first thing in the morning or make it over to Braddock now?
You guys probably would need to stop for a short rest here.
Oh, okay.
In like 12 hours.
Oh, then yes.
Put 'em right down on the coast. Oh.
Luckily, we also have a deployable house, just like a deployable boat.
Yeah.
We really can go wherever we want.
Plonk. You guys have a while here if you want to do anything in particular. Since you started your travel at kind of a weird moment. It's like you guys kind of have like a half a day here.
I mean, do we want to just, like, try to sleep and get our sleep schedule matching the zombie creatures that we need to interact with at our destination? Well, after Braddock.
I'm going to imagine once we get to Fairmond, it might be evident that there's something wrong. Yeah.
Whatever's happening. Yeah.
I'm just, I'm just taking a guess.
That feels like a safe bet, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well. Oh, fuck. Did I buy those loots already? I don't think I did.
I thought you did, because I remember the price being brought up.
If you want to say that you did, you are welcome to. That's...
Right, I'd love to.
Let me see how much those things would cost. I
Yeah.
believe you said liars
All right, yeah.
first. Do you want loots or liars?
Whichever one's less used to try to play.
It was liar, yeah.
Okay.
Liar.
Those 2 of those would have run you 100 gold.
Oh my god.
They are fine items and they are in a somewhat
Oh,
rare standing.
oh, I don't have that kind of money.
I would have if you asked.
Let's come right back. All right, so I can buy mine, but
How about I just buy both?
oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Let's do this. You pay?
It's 100 gold.
He's
That's
very
good.
forward thinking, you know.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
I can also
Naturally.
drop some gold.
No, it's all right. Yeah.
It feels
Right.
weird for you to
2
get
liars.
involved in that. Financially. I don't think you
spend
should
how
have.
much?
I don't think you should have a monetary stake in this.
All right. Well, then for the rest, after we set up the tower, I'll just go over to Celeste. Just. All right. Ready to start practicing?
Sure. Okay. I
We
haven't
can do
played in
it
forever.
while. I guess maybe we shouldn't do it while it's just us on watch. It'd be kind of hard to sleep through, I think.
It's 1 p.m.
Let's start practicing.
Also, 2 of us don't need to sleep, so.
It's all right. All right. Well,
Plus, we have my dog.
true.
Easier now.
What was his name?
Devin.
Ah, good one. That's
And
a good
I
name.
thought it was a good name for him.
Yes. Alright, well. I don't really know the first thing about playing a liar, so. Is
I
anybody,
need.
is
I
anybody here in, Alright, you took some lessons.
yeah, I took some lessons and like I would play like a basic like hot cross buns version of.
Wow.
I-
Fantastic.
Brooke
I
just like takes
appreciate
out a
you-
Wii remote, like
Yeah.
it's not making any noise.
Well,
Yeah, both of you go ahead and make a performance check. I'll say, Rookie, do this with disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Russ, your camera is flashing green.
Oh, it is. I wish I knew why.
I just decided to inform you of that. Celeste, you're a little rusty. Rook, this is cake. This is like, okay, it's got strings. Can handle that.
I know how strings work.
It's a very
You did
impressive
great.
performance.
Yeah.
didn't you play the flute?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with stringed instruments?
Well, I've maybe picked one up once or twice.
Yeah,
Oh, what's the matter?
usually it's harder to go from. You know what? Never mind. You're a bard. I don't know what I expected.
I've seen and heard many people play.
That usually works when you already kind of know how to play the instrument.
Well, I don't know what more to tell you.
Yeah, I shouldn't question this.
I don't know.
Isn't a lyre like a harp?
Fucking, well,
Yeah,
it's
it's like a harp.
fucking-
Okay,
yeah, harp.
it's like playing it with a
Oh.
bow.
I'm like
I don't know
holding
how
it
it's
normally and
happened,
just
mister.
like.
Yeah. Alright, that's good.
Mysteries.
Yeah.
King is just like
We
up there
snarl.
with the rest of you guys. What is going on downstairs? Sounds like a concert. Oh, nope, that one was Celeste. Okay, if anybody wants to do watches throughout this period of time, welcome to do so.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not the one that needs this. I have to sleep, so at some point I'm gonna sleep. But I can definitely do a watch.
Yeah, she's the only one that has to sleep.
Wait. Ah, okay.
I could stay up. You know, I could stay up all day. I could stay up all day and stay up all night. I'm an adult.
That's all right, Millicent. We don't really do that.
You don't?
Try trancing.
How do I do that? Is that like
that's-
meditate?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think I got this in the bag.
You got it.
Go in the corner.
Rick,
Try
you-
to trance.
Make a wisdom check.
Yes, Celeste.
Wait. You know we don't trance, we sleep, right?
What?
That's a gig. That's a bit you're doing, right?
Huh?
Like,
You see Millicent just
I-
like sit in the corner and then just and just slump forward. Her head just like hits the wall.
That's sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rick,
Yeah.
I sleep.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know. I trance.
Didn't realize I
Okay,
was a better elf than you.
I'm gonna go over to Millicent and just like push her back up. That way she just doesn't have like 20 different types of neck pain in the morning.
She's young. Is anybody gonna like actually go on watch or?
Yeah.
oh.
Uh,
Well, I mean, make the sleepless man go.
Oh
Wow!
wow!
Fantastic.
Look at that. You
I didn't do anything.
You guys we can just kind of while
Yeah.
all the other shenanigans are going on, Cinder and King will just kind of be up on the roof, just
Bring his works.
turning green.
He's doing some plant growth as science.
Feel the cord?
He's fine, yeah.
Oh yeah, so good.
The session is going off the rails
Yeah.
extremely
IT.
early.
I get
Um,
tired of playing the lyre after a while, and I just go trance next to Millicent.
Okay. Celeste, Rook goes over there to go to sleep. He sits down and he's just like, Cinder, you're up there, just kind of standing in silence up there with King. He seems to be working on some little piece of something. You're not entirely sure what he's tinkering with over there, but
Doing king things.
doing King things. As the sun goes down, you just kind of see this like green light about 200 feet from the base of the tower, and you see, as the sun kind of crests down over the horizon, the horseman just kind of appears there, and then just kind of clawing up out of the ground for the next few minutes. Behind him are these masses
zombie.
of skeletons and husks. He just kind of looks up at you and just kind of nods.
Well,
Oh,
I guess it's just going the way that we are now.
oh,
Whatever that
how is it going?
situation is.
I am very curious about how it's going to cross the water.
I as well.
Maybe it just sort of appears, like it did there. Ooh. I have to imagine Cameron Hamilton will not be very pleased with that. If we stay the night in maybe we should not stay the night in Braddock. We should just stop by, walk through,
Perhaps, yeah. Um, stay somewhat outside of Braddock, south
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
probably a good idea. It will take us about a day to sail there and a day to sail away. So yeah, we'll just sort of.
Think it'll take a full day to sail that close?
As the waters are fickle. You can kind of look out over to the shore a mile or so away, and there is not really much in the way of like a proper beach, because the waves are crashing pretty consistently against this rocky shoreline, this sort of almost cliff at some parts. You can see the island that Braddock is on, and it's in much the same situation, with just these kind of craggy outcroppings with waves being thrown up against the shores pretty constantly. And out on the even somewhat inland here, the seas are choppy and look kind of brutal to sail over.
This might be a bit of a problem. Okay.
It just gets worse the farther out you go as well. But there's not really another way to get to where you need to go.
Hoping we can solve that problem at least a little bit.
Yeah, if we want to get any farther than these inland little jaunts, we are going to need something a little bit more sturdy.
Significantly.
Our folding boat will only get us so far. But problems for another day, perhaps.
Yeah, I suppose.
The zombie mountain just sort of chills.
Awaits.
Yup. You guys can get your short rest easy enough. Come sunup, Mount Zombie is no more once again.
Morning, everyone. Anything exciting happen?
The zombies arrived and disappeared.
Wow. Great.
Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, it is weird, but that's about the extent of that.
So, how comfortable is anyone with sailing?
Oh, not.
Right.
I have no
Like
idea.
the cinder.
Limited.
That's our guy.
Okay.
Far from an expert, but I at least know how it works.
Great. Well, then, Captain, off we go.
Have you done any sailing?
Not very much, and not on seas like this.
All right. We have like a canoe, basically.
The
It's a 24
several
foot.
things.
It can either be a 10-foot boat with a small sail that can hold 4 creatures, or a 24-foot boat that can hold 15 creatures.
So maybe that one.
I think that one is less likely to have us die on the rocks on the other side.
And also, there's 5 of us.
That too. Although, is it just? It's just a. It's just a bunch of oars.
It's got a square sail as well.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Great.
It's got an anchor. It's got a deck cabin.
You know, I can actually be smart. Hold on. We just took a short rest. So,
Mhm.
for today and today only, because I don't think it's going to be very useful in long term, I brought control water.
Hmm.
Wow.
That is, yeah, a good idea.
It's not exactly suited to this, but I don't think I could make the situation worse if you want me to try it. It would be burning a 4th level.
Oh.
Ooh.
How long does it last?
Not long enough. Good point. 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mm.
I suppose it could be useful if we encountered something nasty in the water.
Yeah.
I think it's so good to keep in your back pocket than if anything.
Yeah.
But perhaps there are better 4th level options.
But is it a mile across, you were saying?
No, it's much farther.
On this little teeny tiny jaunt here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can still kind of reference the scale from the Skybound Lands map and recall that each grid length is 132 miles. So like from, I'm trying to get general idea. Here to here would be about 130 miles.
Yeah.
That's
I forgot
probably, like at the narrow part there, it's probably about 10 miles.
We'll be fine. It's a short little sail across.
Yeah.
Yeah, so travel pace. I can never remember how fast ships go.
Not.
Haha. Lot. Sailing ship, yeah, so 2 miles per hour, so be 5 hours, give or take, depending on the winds, which somebody can roll for right now if you would like.
That's a long time for shit to go
Somebody
wrong.
roll a d20 for the weather and a d8 for the wind, if you would.
I'd love to.
Do it.
Yes, I thought you might.
Ooh.
Okay, well, the wind is kind of in your favor. The wind is going that way. And the 13 means that it is misty, but not otherwise too bad. So its visibility is a
That's
little low, but
Not the worst.
you also have, you guys left from Onric and walked to like here. So you probably still have another day of walking just to get down to that part of the coast.
Okay.
We'll sail for 5 hours. Get over to Braddock. You know, the island of it. Run on over to the other side. And then it's like 7 hours or something to the other side.
Yeah, give or take.
Is that enough time for ghost friends?
We could also just ask them not to pop up on the island there. I mean, I don't know if they can or not. I don't know what the...
Okay,
I don't understand the situation at all with them.
I
great.
don't think any of us do.
Let's march down the coast for the day, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as close as we can. We do it.
All right. The visibility is low today, but you guys can pretty much just follow the coast all the way down. And the ground is flatter here than it was up north of the city, so you can make better time in general. Another 20, so once again, nothing. nothing perturbs you on the road here. It's just kind of eerily still and quiet as you kind of push through these rolling fields of grass. Interestingly enough, about halfway through the day, off to the east, you can see like a lot of like old, scorched out parts of fields and plains, just like marks of enormous fires that seem to have raged at one point in the past, and there are just like fallow segments of these fields now, totally blackened and trampled over.
You know what that's about, fella?
I can't say yes, I do.
Hmm.
It wouldn't be uncommon to assume some sort of fight went down.
Great.
But about an hour or so after sundown, you kind of reach this sort of little peninsula here.
Tower.
All right. Cinder, you can do another roll for the watch if you would like.
Look like your special law.
I'll go talk to the ghosts when they appear.
You do not see them right now.
Denied.
I'll sit and wait.
Well, yeah, the sun has gone down about an hour
Oh.
hence. You didn't see any signs of them.
Hmm.
13.
Yeah, there's still this heavy coat of fog kind of going around, flowing around. You just kind of peer out across the little channel there at the island in the distance. It looks pretty still. It looks marked by a lot of flat land. It kind of slopes down as it goes to the south. Like the land is pretty high up out of the water to the north, but it kind of has a very gentle incline down as it goes. Can't really make out much detail from this distance, but not much in the way of like mountains or forests, really.
Do we want to try divining about this? Whether it will work with Celeste's necklace or my sphere? Do a commune or something along those lines?
What,
do-
the boat? Or that
Yeah,
would work?
like about how, well, like, will we be attacked or something like that?
They could have done that a long time ago. I feel like we're fine.
Attacked
No,
by
I mean,
things in the
sea
water.
monsters.
Well, in the water.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, we
that's
could
always expected.
give it a try.
right?
It feels like it's probably
Yeah.
bound to happen, but yeah, we could
Yeah.
look.
I
Why
mean,
not?
Will the boat
Like, what is that
sink?
gonna gain
I-
us? Like,
I was going to ask, like, I think the bare bones question of will we sink is also something that should be asked.
I mean, isn't that the risk of any time we travel? On
Sure.
such a thing?
I mean, yeah, but like if our boat's just outright not prepared for the waters here, then that'd be another issue.
That's fair. Yeah.
You want me to try to ask that?
Can't handle water.
I mean, it can't. We've taken the boat already.
Oh, yeah, well.
I don't make bad equipment.
We'll be fine.
Okay, then let's go.
I mean, I feel like that's the risk with any boat ever going on you.
I mean, what are we gonna do if it says yeah? So we.
Yeah, like
Scratch that.
we're
We
just
will.
gonna-
We will swim.
yes, that or swim.
There's no
we
way,
fought a sea monster already.
and that was on the land. So
Yeah.
Okay, no contingency plan, got it.
there is no
Yeah.
way to get to Faramond without taking
No.
the boat. So
Our contingency plan is control water.
Mm.
I don't know.
do you have water breathing?
I can bring it tomorrow.
I just feel as though that might be more helpful than control water, but
What
I can
level is that
bring-
one?
All of the above. So
Great.
one of them is ritual, but I don't know if that makes a difference for you.
I should be able to cast rituals.
If you haven't prepared, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring water breathing, water walk, and control water.
There we go. There's a contingency plan. We run across the water.
Yeah, water walk is actually not. How long does that
Or-
last?
For an
An
hour.
hour.
Okay, well,
We run really fast.
can't get to 10 miles in an hour, but
I'm
Well,
really fast, guys. Yeah.
Actually,
how many
hold on.
people can you target with that?
I was about to say, up to 10,
Oh,
and it's not concentration, and you know what is? Conjure beasts. I could make horses that can get 10 miles in an hour.
Oh.
I like this idea actually.
I love it.
This is a. We don't need to.
This
Do
is
it.
very
God or
interesting.
anything. We got it. We got it.
I love this plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What
How'd
is
that
this?
Let's
Conjure
gallop
beast, I don't
across
have-
the
is that a
Or
Taja?
whatever. No, it's whatever the correct.
I see
Summon-
conjure woodland beings.
There's a. I have it. It's a 3rd level.
Okay. I can't remember what the hell they're called.
Conjure animals. There you go. I can
Oh,
make
duh.
8 CR1 quarters, and horses are a quarter.
Well,
I love
really,
it.
you only need 4, so what's a warhorse?
I don't know.
But what about the dog?
Is it a half?
Nice.
It's half or lower for 4 beasts. I'm looking at warhorse though. Let's see.
Well,
It
some of us
is.
can pair up.
It is half.
Yeah, so I can make 4 war horses.
We can
They
share
can-
horses.
Yeah.
They should be able to go 10 miles in an hour, right? Because I only get them for an hour.
Yeah, because a warhorse has a 60-foot speed, but a draft horse has 40. So a warhorse it would be faster.
Let's do it.
Yeah. You could definitely do 2 on one. I would say Cinder would need his own and Millicent would need her own, but the other 2 could double up.
Looks like we have to share horses, Celeste.
There's only one horse.
I mean, that was going to be okay regardless, Rook.
Right, yes.
I got my own horse.
Me too.
That is still fine.
Are we gonna ride horses across the water instead of taking the boat? That is
Yeah.
crazy. I love that.
Dad, you have to put your dog on your horse.
Oh, I can. Yeah. You can.
Is that what we want to do?
Put
I
him in a
can-
backpack.
Oh, yeah, just put him in the
That's
back.
kind of what I was going to just do, is put him in a bag of holding.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah.
He doesn't
sounds right.
breathe, and he's not very useful in combat.
Yeah.
Well, I would also say, because that way you can still get to us and the horses with water walk, right?
Yeah.
So if we do
Just
get
in case.
if we do get assailed by a sea monster, I would much rather be standing than in a tiny little boat.
Yeah.
Because we could be, apart, separate, and do like, normal tactics sort of thing.
Yep. We just. Whatever we do, we need to do it in an hour. That's all
Well-
I got. And I have to keep concentration the whole time.
Well, you could just cast water walk again, right?
Do you have
Both
wisdom
are
testing?
both are an hour.
Yeah, so if we run out of horses, fine, but we could just get another water walk, right? I mean, we get horses for
Oh,
the
that
first
one
time.
is ritual. So I could ritual the water walk for 10 minutes, and then in the last 10 minutes do it again.
Yeah, and then we just
Yeah.
run the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the horses can't make it all the way in the first hour,
Yeah, if they
then-
can.
Yeah. Do you want a contingency water breathing as well? That's
Nah,
It's
I'm
another-
feeling
I
fine.
don't care.
No.
another third. That's true. I don't care either.
No, we'll be fine. We can.
Another
We'll
one
be fine.
level.
We'll make do.
Yeah.
Millicent, how long can you stay in your ring?
You know,
Just
that's a
planning
good
all of our contingencies out in case the worst happens.
question. Okay, I can remain inside the vessel up to a number of hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. Which is
Ow.
You can stay in it for 8 hours, so you could
That's
just
almost-
like
Yeah.
somebody could just carry you across the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what?
You got
Let's
it.
do it once.
I'm
I'm just
really
taking up with
fat.
Dwayne.
But you could still, you could still ride your own horse because You know,
Yeah, it's
Rook and
just in
Celeste can
case.
share, and that's fine. There's
Okay,
still an extra
yeah.
horse, you know. It's
Oh yeah.
And
Let's
also
go
that
with
way,
that.
when we inevitably get attacked and something goes terribly wrong,
are
Millicent is
there.
there to beat the shit
Mhm.
out of it.
That's true. I mean, I could hear out of the crowd.
We'll just hold that in our back pocket in case we run out of
Yeah.
Yeah,
walking.
just in case.
Yeah,
Just in
yeah,
case.
yeah.
This is great.
Excellent plan.
We need to find a way to like
Yeah.
make that like a long-term thing, so we don't even have to get a ship. We can just walk to the force basin.
Well, I mean, if we don't want to do the conjure thing, I could infinitely water walk because it's a ritual. So we could just walk for.
That's-
We go
That
for
is-
50 minutes.
That
then we
is
sit in the ocean.
so strange.
Yeah. I
Where-
feel like that
where
would
would
be
we
very-
where would we sleep? Where would we rest
Yeah.
is the problem.
We wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's a storm, that would just be terrible.
Just
Wouldn't
wait
be
till
great.
Millicent can bring everybody into her ring, and then you just walk all day, and then everybody goes in the ring and just sink to the bottom of the ocean at night.
And at the end, when you water walk, it shoots you back.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
It
Not.
kind of
Isn't there an
works.
issue?
It doesn't.
Great.
It's not
Never mind.
viable because Millicent won't get that till level 10
No, I would never
Warlock,
pick
which
that.
she's never
Yeah.
going
Ah.
to do.
I'm never gonna get there, so
Yeah.
Why would
it's
you?
never gonna be an option. Yeah, why would I?
Wow.
Well, great plan, everyone.
All right. So are we doing this? So we just kind of walk down to the shore here.
Yeah,
Somebody can roll
Yeah.
a d20 for me.
sure.
Wow.
Let's go.
It's raining.
Oh.
Whatever.
Why did you have to just knock me down like that?
What the weather table says.
Man, okay. What do you want? Do you need wind? Do you need a D8?
I don't think I need the wind
I
if you're
guess-
gonna ride your horses across the water.
That's
Make
true.
our horses faster.
We smell.
Really strong winds to the west.
Just
Makes our horses gallop a bit faster. Yeah.
These horses are gonna be a snack for a sea monster, and we're all gonna die. This is gonna be a hell of a day.
Yeah, that's
Our,
the thing we
our
really.
horses just like jump on the water.
It's going to be like riding over a bunch of hills.
That's
Oh, God, moving
weird.
hills.
Well, that's for our horses to be worried about.
Luckily, they're magical fae in the shape of horses, so they won't get tired.
Fantastic.
This a very interesting combination that we have devised here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
However, I am
also-
concerned of something.
Cinder, can you also become a horse?
Yeah. I mean, I could also just become like. a
Could you
dolphin
become like
or
a school bus?
Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
a swimming thing if you
Oh.
wanted that. What's the CR of a whale?
I don't know.
Why would I have that
I
information?
don't
I don't
Really
think they
don't
put that in the books.
There is a sperm whale. It's
Oh.
No,
It's what?
Eight.
we're not doing Moby Dick.
8? What the fuck? Okay, never mind.
a killer whale is 3.
Huh?
Or would be an orcanthrope.
Yeah.
Wild shape, I can get up to CR1, so it's still irrelevant.
You're not a circle of the moon.
Dolphin it is.
Can you even do a swimming speed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You get that by level 4.
Oh, okay.
I could do flying too. I could do an eagle.
But if you were like a horse, somebody else could ride you. It'd just be weird. But you don't need that. I'm just thinking of outside the
this?
box.
Matthew, what's the speed of giant eagle, for that matter?
I think it's
Eagle.
60.
80.
Oh.
So I could
Wow.
summon, instead of 4 horses, I could do 2 eagles. And
Oh,
I
but
could
we
become
had
a
this whole
third.
plan.
And then we wouldn't even need water walk. We could just. Why haven't we been doing that the whole time? Do
Yeah,
they have some sort of like complicated religion that prevents them from flying us wherever we need to go, as the plot demands?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I could just be in my crab. I could just do.
Is conjure animal? That one's not ritual, right?
No, the water walk
Oh.
was.
Really,
Well, that's why we haven't been doing it all the time.
Because you only get them for an hour.
I really feel like we should have just been doing that the whole time.
But we came up with this whole plan.
Yes, but
To be fair, I have used this before. This was how when we found Urlash, right?
Asminar.
Or Asminar. And
What?
we fell down the
Oh,
side of that mountain. This is how
yeah.
we got up.
All
It was like a
right.
bunch of eagles.
Yes,
That
we
is true.
did. Yeah.
And then you forgot what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Broke the ring. Dropped the ring off at Mordor, and then
Yeah, the plot demanded it at that time, so we...
their complicated religion allowed them to.
yeah.
Stand by, I'm doing math.
I never want to hear that as a dungeon master.
Well, are we doing eagles or are we doing the horse combo?
How did you say it was across? 7 miles?
regrettably, I believe I said 10 miles.
Well,
Oh no.
Yeah.
we can get 9
With
It
what?
just falls out of the miles.
eagles. They fly. They have a fly speed of 80. You said. Oh, they can dash.
18 miles. Well, and their
Yep.
flying speed is assuming that they're not carrying heavy mans. But if Millicent is in her
Oh.
crab,
And I can summon 2, and I can be a third. And I can be the third for way longer than I can summon 2. So if we want to fly, we can. They can fly 18 miles an hour if they're dashing the whole time. Which feels really slow when you think about it, but whatever.
so
What about
Let's
the
throw-
horses?
let's throw polymorph into the mix, though. Because what if instead of conjuring, you just turned somebody into one? Does that make it the calculation any better?
No, because then I only get 1 for an hour instead of 2,
Uh,
and
oh,
it's another spell level higher.
which
That-
of all
makes
which of these two
Conjure is
plans?
level 4 as well.
Conjure is level 3. Conjure animals.
Oh, I'm looking at conjure woodland beings again.
Which
I
of
can
these
do-
two plans uses less of your resources?
Yeah.
They both use 1 4th level slot, or 1
1
third
third.
level slot.
The eagles, I think, is less risky because I'd have to summon the horses, then spend 10 minutes of ritual, so we lose horse time if I'm doing the water walk. Eagles, I just summon them and we go.
Actually, you'd have to do it the other way around because casting a spell as a ritual uses your concentration. So you'd have to do the water walk first.
Then I wouldn't be
You
able
wouldn't
to
be
water
able to
walk
put it on the
horses.
horses. That's why
Eagles.
that doesn't work.
There
I
it
knew
is.
there was a reason. Well, you could just use your action to cast water walk on the horses, but
And then I burn 2 third levels to do it.
yeah.
Or we
Alright.
do eagles and I burn 1.
Well, fine, not the horses then. Let's bring out the eagles.
But maybe we should buy some horses. because
Why?
we
We're
could
gonna keep
get
traveling on
because we
water,
could get
what?
anywhere.
You know, yesterday when Frederick was giving us all that lip, he was
Yeah.
like, "What are you going to do? Ride your horses across the water?"
I
Yes.
should have said yes. Yeah.
Because I could be ritually
Yeah.
casting water walk from the backs of the horses while we're going. So we never have to stop.
The benefit of real horses.
Yeah.
We could see if we could get some in Braddock.
And you don't actually have to sleep, so we could ride them across the sea.
Here's what we do
Dive
for the
bomb.
future. We find some way. I could work on combining. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Combine the folding boat with the instant fortress, so we can just make a floating house. So we can ride horses across the ocean and put our house down
But,
Let's do it.
and make it like a weeble, so it wobbles but it doesn't fall down.
oh my god.
Or how about you just make a mechanical horse that doesn't get tired? And then we can just ride it forever.
That's a
'cause
lot-
I don't need
that's
to
a lot
sleep
more.
in it. Is that more? Okay. I don't
We're
know
gonna
the rules of
we
these
would have
things.
to make a lot of horses.
I'm glad we're doing this not in a city because anyone over here in this conversation would absolutely think we're insane. And that's with 2 different types of warforged in the party.
All right.
Well,
We
what's
have
the
we
being
have
druid if you can't beat nature into submission sometimes? That's like the whole point, isn't it?
I thought that was the whole point was to support nature, but maybe I'm incorrect.
So I said something.
so this smaller portion we can get across with the eagles. What about the other one?
Good question. How big is the other one?
Oh,
Unspecified.
fucking no. Like 15. We just
can
have
do
to
that.
see if we can get some horses in Braddock, but...
We can do the
Oh,
eagle
yeah.
both. We can do the eagle both ways.
Rook, don't you know Featherfall?
Yeah.
So we fly, and then the eagles go bye-bye, and you slow us down so that he can conjure some more, and then we fly again.
I think they can get us close enough to the shore that if we're up high, you could just feather fall us down. Just.
Okay.
Momentum.
I
we may
I
not,
trust in that.
we may not even need featherfall.
Well, let's just bring out the eagles.
Okay,
Eagles.
Eagles.
Whisper to your hummingbird and
Yeah.
summon the eagles.
So, what are the logistics of these? They're large, right?
Yes.
I can only make 2. We got 5 people. I could turn into 1,
And she can get in her crab.
I'm gonna get my crab.
and we're good.
We got one person per eagle.
All right.
So there's
all right.
this giant fucking like chicken run looking wooden eagle.
Looks like it should fly. Yeah.
Alright.
And
Alright.
two other ones.
Alright.
It's just got like
Oh.
fire. Basically you see the little spirit wearing like an aviator helmet, just like sitting inside Bird Cinder's head. Let's fucking go!
All right. I'll
Okay.
climb onto an eagle.
I will take the
Going
crab.
on to sea. Thank you. Alright. I go inside.
Okay.
Chill with Dwayne in my comfy room.
Okay, well, I guess it does. I guess somebody can roll for the wind.
We're flying again.
I'll roll for fucking win. D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's blowing the same way. Oh no, it's blowing directly the way you need it to go.
Yeah.
Bless up. Let's go.
Go Eagles.
Oh my word.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right. Well, they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Yeah, I mean, I think it just works. Like these
The math checks out.
these two birds pick up Rook and Celeste, and the Cinder Bird picks up King, and you guys just V formation take off across the sea. You guys maintain a little bit of clearance above the water, but not too high. You can kind of see what's going on beneath as you guys fly in. I don't math. If you guys are going, I'll say with the dash, but with extra carrying, you guys are probably covering about 120 feet per round. 120 feet every 6 seconds. That's Jesus. What
20
is
feet
that?
per second, which is 13 and a half miles an hour.
Jesus. That's so fast.
Speed.
Or 2.
You guys go. You guys could. I mean, you don't even need to stop in Braddock, do you?
We only get an hour.
Oh, you
Over
only get
it?
an hour. Okay.
Yeah, we have to get to the other side of the island and then we do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are able to clear that gap anyway. As you guys are approaching the island, you can see that there does seem to be like a collection of small ships with like lights that seem to be like there are people on them like looking up at you as you guys come in, looking up at this strange wooden bird.
Should we talk to them?
There are some kind of rudimentary docks built in on the eastern coast there, and as you guys kind of crest over the cliffside here, there seems to be a pretty sizable like farming community on the northern edge of this island that you guys are flying over. There's kind of a sizable brick and mortar estate on the edge of the town here, but plenty of open fields behind it to the north as you guys kind of run out of Bird and just kind of come to a graceful skid.
So, as the other 2 run out, I will land still as Bird.
Yeah, because how long does that last?
5 hours. Do you want me to just shuttle people one by one?
Yeah.
Can I just Do I have enough time?
I mean, how many wild shapes do you have?
2?
Yeah.
I'll just steal my crab until it's ready to
let me
go.
do some quick math here, because
Let's
I'm
go, big boy!
do,
Yeah.
do we
I'm gonna
want
eat some-
to like talk to the people of Braddock? Because I can
Ah.
wild shape twice a day. Short rest.
I will talk to him on the way back.
Yes, I'm gonna say from where you guys are to like the other shore over here, it's probably a total of 40 miles. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because like you've got the land to cover, and then you've got some sea to cover. So if you were going 13.5 miles an hour, that's 3 hours to get there. 3 back.
I
But you
wouldn't
could
be able to do it, too.
probably.
I'd be able to get 3 people. Which works, because I'm 1 Milsons in the crab. Just enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to take me with the crab first?
Oh, yeah, because the time's gonna run out for that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And that way, I don't have to be alone, because I can have Millicent to keep an eye on me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please that.
Grab King and set off.
You just see fucking the spirit just like sitting on top of the bird now, like fucking Snoopy, just like.
Oh my.
As the winds are in your favor, so you guys are able to get some extra speed from that as well.
True. On the way there.
Heck yeah.
All right, you fucking fly off. Celeste and Rook, you guys are chilling in this very pleasant field of wildflowers.
Chris.
Well, Celeste, I guess it's just us.
Based on the whole horse situation, I'm going to guess you would rather that anyhow.
I'm just providing some comic relief.
That's. I appreciate that, actually. Well,
How
since I'm
far away are
really-
those dogs?
So those were kind of maybe like a
I mean,
mile east and then kind of down.
Oh.
And you guys are also like a mile away from like the northern edge of the town there as well.
Alright. Sorry, Celeste, you were saying something.
I was about to say, did Senator doesn't wild shape off, and do you have any idea how long it's gonna be until he gets back?
Nope.
Okay, well,
I know that he's a bird.
yes.
That's it.
Okay,
The
we're on the
extent
same
of my
page then.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should
Doc's
we-
room.
Do we wait here on the shore? Do you want to go talk to the people on the docks? Do you want to pop into town real quick?
My curiosity says pop into town real quick, but something tells me we're going to be met with. I don't know. We're
Questions?
yeah, questions or unluckiness of running into something.
That never happens. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well, I don't think that we have the tower, so
oh,
we can just hang out.
yeah,
Go see if any of those boats go to ore.
we can see. I don't think any of them are gonna go to. I'd
See
be
if any of
surprised
them are willing.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's go do that. That way we don't
Alright.
have to figure out the bird situation for something farther out.
All right. I'll over to the docks.
All right. You guys kind of begin your trek over there, but sooner than later, off to your right, you hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Uh-oh.
As you see coming from the town, there's a number of horses headed your way.
I have to get my goo on. No.
Okay,
I guess we're getting met with the questions.
You
I
see
sup-
3 approaching. You see, one of them has two. All the horses have armored individuals seated atop. Thank you, seated atop. You see the leftmost one has these two halflings, both like one holding a spear on the left, one holding a spear on the right. See the one on the right side has this elven woman. Seems to have a longbow kind of trained at you guys as she approaches, and on the middle is just a rather large, middle-aged human man. Seems to have a couple of broadswords at his back and a shield. Kind of takes off a helmet as he kind of draws up to you guys. They don't seem like, threatening. They just seem to be well armed and armored, and just kind of approach you inquisitively and stop about 15 feet away. And the man just kind of holds up a hand. Hail.
Hello there.
Hi.
Don't get a lot of visitors down here, especially not avian ones.
Oh, we were actually just kind of passing through.
Where to?
Oh,
Long and short of it, we were trying to deal with the whole ghost horde problem.
Ah, he just kind of
Yeah.
climbs off. Kind of heads over to you guys. It's a pretty imposing figure with his fully armored self. He's approaching 7 feet tall, but he does seem to just be a human. Just kind of looks down at you guys. Are you a Zelton man?
yes.
I seem to recognize you. You probably don't remember meeting me, but I was involved in some of the uprisings that happened shortly after the takeover. Hamilton.
Right. Yes.
You have a different accent than before,
Had to blend in a bit.
I guess.
Well, I guess not really blend in with the Belgish side, but
He just kind of nods and he looks over and he does another double take. He's like, I know you as well. What is...
look, we're just passing through.
I am very curious to hear what's going on here.
I mean, in retrospect, who else would I go deal with a large zombie horde?
I can think of a number of people, but I thought you were dead, so...
Yeah, well, we all make changes, but the dead
Like not
part
being
was
dead.
That
Yeah.
really does not quell my concerns.
well, I meant apologies. I meant I went into hiding, obviously. The change was not being in hiding.
I assume it has something to do with the tar stacks.
More just you can only hide for so long before you need to do something with your life.
But
It's time for a change.
I'm assuming the hiding had something to do with the tar stacks, though.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
apologies.
Well, I don't think you guys are much of a threat to my town, so...
No.
Not really, no.
Is there anything that you need?
Sure, yeah. Any of your ships willing to go to Tor?
What? Oh,
The turtle?
to the southwest?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are pretty much just for defense, and perhaps ferrying to and from the most near shores. But nobody's been
Was-
going to Ferryman since the aforementioned zombie issue.
So
Yeah.
you guys don't really know any specifics there either.
No, we pretty much just stay put.
We just came down from Onric. So
Ah, how are things there?
well, there was a no problem, now there's not.
We had some situations like that as well.
With Knowles?
Yes.
Has that stopped?
Yeah, we took care of him.
Okay. Yeah, that one up there had a bit of a demonic source is best way to describe it.
The weird veins of ore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bombed out a couple of mines that we found that shit in.
So take the veins out and they get out of there?
I don't exactly know. I just chopped off a lot of knoll heads, and eventually they stopped coming back.
Alright. Recently?
A few months ago.
Oh.
Didn't know other places were having trouble with them.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it seems to be a.
I mean, I guess Ziegelin didn't really have that problem.
Heard some similar things out of Neustrand and Aster, so could be
Oh.
a regional thing.
Is Astor a place to just visit?
I mean, it really depends on what you mean by that.
A bit like.
Could we
Is-
just go down there and not be beset upon
You don't
by
have
people?
if you don't got business with Nalor, you probably don't have any reason to.
Hmm.
But I don't think he just attacks
Uh,
people. He just sort of does his thing.
Which is
I don't know. He leaves
Okay.
me alone. I leave him alone. I got people I'm trying to look out for. Poking the bear
Fair
isn't
enough.
exactly in my best interest.
yeah.
But all I know
Exactly.
is he disbanded the sword, and now he just uses them as his own private protection detail. So whatever he's got going on there, it's
Ooh.
pretty well guarded, and he doesn't want people, I imagine people like you, poking around.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you couldn't do it. It just means that you'd not be pleased if you were to.
Yeah. Not something I'm prepared to poke around at just yet. Well, do you happen to know of anywhere where we could find a ship that would brave the seas?
One of the trifecta
any-
would probably have what you're looking for. Maybe somebody in Neustrand.
Alright.
Could check with Breakerin in Port Iron.
Okay.
She's a pretty, well, she's a character, but she's got ships and she knows how to sail them.
Would one of your ships sail there?
We've been known to, yeah.
Okay. Oh, great. I don't suppose you guys have any more problems than the Knolls?
Not really. Any issues come up, we generally deal with them pretty quick.
Great.
Been kind of the benefit of being separated as we are.
I guess so.
If you don't mind my asking, you don't seem the seafaring type.
No.
What
No, which is-
exactly, what business do you have with Tor?
Well, I guess for starters, did you see our friend fly off a bit ago?
I just saw y'all come in on big-ass birds.
Yeah, our friend
That-
was one of those birds.
Oh, wow.
He turns into one.
A druidic type.
I imagined.
But yeah, that's how we've been solving that issue thus far, and it's why we're crying about boats right now.
We're seeking knowledge, more or less, just to cut it. Along those lines, Zindan would be nice to visit too at some point for us, but I
Yeah, I
imagine
mean-
that would require another seafaring ship
Yeah, or somebody who could bring you there, I guess.
or that.
Magic-wise. We don't got none of that
Yeah.
here, but...
I don't suppose you guys have any information on circles, do you?
We've only got one wizard in town. I suppose I could check with him if you're gonna come back here, but...
I would love to. I would love
Yeah.
to have that.
Yeah, I can see what he's got. That's kind of information that we generally don't just sort of give out, though. If you're smelling what I'm stepping in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Right, I did try to inquire if you guys needed help with anything.
We don't need help, but we like cash.
Well,
No,
I'm a little light on that right now. I have 10 gold. How about that?
If you've got anything else that might be of some value or note to us, that could be arranged as well.
I mean,
I
the
have
whole-
some bumblefucks. Want some bubble gum?
You want to run that by me again?
It's
It's
bubble
the
gum.
candy.
Magic bubble gum.
Unfortunately, he's being literal right now.
I had assumed as much.
I have some jars of acid from a sea monster.
I mean, okay. Hang on, Rick. And
What?
uh,
It's pretty good stuff. What?
yes, you're an alchemist, of course. But okay.
You're an
We did-
alchemist?
Yeah,
Can you make us some potions for a few days?
if you have the ingredients.
We got ingredients.
Not today, but yes.
You want the info and you want passage on one of my boats down to the trifecta? Come on
That
back.
would be payment.
We'll find work for you.
Great.
I'm assuming the rest of your cohort have marketable skills as well, of some variety.
yes.
We'll work something out. We don't generally need adventuring types in town because we handle our shit, but there's always labor to be done.
All right.
Healing,
That's it.
potions, whatever it is you guys can bring to bear.
Great.
This is the first place we've seen that actually has like some amount of force to protect.
Yeah, we don't, part of the reason for that is because we're separate from the fucking Blackmires, and part of the reason for that is because we're separate from the fucking continent.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, got a lot of our questions answered. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'm good to go back to the field of flowers.
All right.
I mean, we're kind of just waiting on our bird friend. To
I
come back.
imagined. I'm somewhat familiar with how these things go. We did employ some
Great.
similar tactics back with the mire.
Right.
He just kind of looks back at the two halflings. Varric, we good? Seems fine to me, boss. All right.
All right. Well, once we do whatever there is to be done at Faramund, I'm sure we'll be back.
Best of luck with that.
oh, thank you.
I'm sure it'll be a great time.
I wouldn't be so positive, but
Oh, I don't know.
whatever gets you through the day, bud.
Yeah.
All right, well, you come on back. We'll find something for you to do. Is there anything else you want, information-wise? Any other things we should look into?
I don't know. You got like a book on how to play a liar?
No.
What? He asked.
I'll see what we can find.
All right. Thanks.
Well,
That's
thank
it, I guess.
Well, this has been an interesting meeting.
I'll say.
Oh wait, do you have horses for purchase?
We could probably find some, yeah.
All right, I'll put a maybe on that one.
If you're trying to travel by ship, I'm not entirely certain how.
You might be surprised.
I reckon I might be.
Druid.
I would very much like to meet your druid.
Oh, you
Sure would. All right, well, we'll see you in a few days.
yeah.
Try not to die.
Thanks.
Oh,
Hops
yeah.
back up onto his horse. Yeah. Right off.
Well, we just gave him something to talk about at the bar for the next couple of hours.
Yeah, great. I'm sure they don't get to see that kind of stuff often.
I mean that, and also he directly knew who you and I, which
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I'll just not think about that part.
yeah, we're gonna run across him probably a few more times. So I'm going to bed.
Yeah, maybe.
Guys, get back to your field of wildflowers here. Idyllic plain.
Yeah. Guess we can sit down and play some more music or something. I don't know.
It might as well. How in the hell? Okay, how did you play like that? I don't understand.
What?
You're supposed to hold it like that. You're doing it.
I was following your lead.
I had it here.
Oh, that part I was just improvising. Yeah.
Okay, let's just take it from the top.
Okay. After you.
You guys spend a few hours practicing the lyre. Cinder, eventually you land on the far shore with King in tow. He's just kind of spending the whole time like babbling about shit that he sees beneath him. Like, oh, it looks like they have more docks and more ships. Because, oh wow, you see, can you see out the crap? I can't tell you. I don't know why I'm asking. Yeah, do you see they have boats? They have boats down there. It's
There's
eventually,
what?
eventually you land. The spirit's just like, thank you for flying Cinder Airlines. Please make sure you have all of your belongings as you exit the vehicle. Tell your friends.
About how long has it been at this point?
In total, probably 4 hours of bird. So you've got 1 hour left, so you're gonna have to like.
Well, and this will work? Yeah. It'll work.
It'll work.
Okay.
It
Go
will.
back.
It will
Just work.
just work.
Right, I have Featherfall.
Yeah, you're probably gonna want to carry them together on the way to that. So you'll be slower, but not
Should be
too
fine.
much. You should be okay. Yeah.
I mean, if we want to do it today, then you'd have to, because he only has 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we do want to do it today now that King is alone on the other side.
Well, he's got Millicent.
Well, yeah.
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 He just kind of puts the crab down. He's like, you can come out as a crab now.
Yeah.
Linda has flown away.
Okay.
You guys are on
Well,
this
like,
peninsula overlooking this lake to the north and or bay really to the north here, and the ocean to the south, churning violently.
Yeah, good thing we weren't in the water.
Yeah, that would
the
have been
ocean.
dreadful. He just kind of like reaches in his bag and pulls out his dog.
Should we kind of look in the immediate area since we have some time to kill?
Sure, yes. Let's explore.
Yeah. I'll explore.
Okay. Make investigation check. Actually, do a perception. Do a perception.
Okay. I was like, does King want to make that investigation check? But I could do perception.
He's just like fucking around with his dog right now. You just kind of do like a little scouting of the general surroundings. You can see mostly flat land here out ahead. You can see there's that forest to the north pretty far away. The peninsula stretches ahead of you for another like 100 miles or so before you get to the mainland. So you're just kind of on this grassy rolling hills, but very kind of gently rolling. You can see over pretty much everything. It's nice. The sky's clearer over here. It's a little chilly, but otherwise it's definitely far removed from your homeland. You can see a few miles off to the west, one of these hilltops does seem to have some kind of a camp at its head.
Okay.
There's a little bit of smoke coming from it, but that's basically the only thing of note. It would probably be a few hours walk to get there.
I won't go closer. That's probably not a good idea. It's a couple hours. If it was like 10 minutes from where I'm standing, maybe.
Yeah, it's a few miles away.
Okay. I'll just make note of where the camp was, and I'll head back.
All right. Anything interesting?
There is a camp, and I like point in the direction, like a couple miles
Oh,
that
yeah.
way.
Fascinating.
So,
Perhaps they will know something about Faramund.
yeah. So, I think when everyone gets here, that could be another place to get more information.
Yeah.
Or very bad. I don't know. But I actually thought about it and thought maybe it'd be best if we were all together when that
Yeah,
happens.
sehr gut. Yeah,
instead of
yeah, very good.
right when,
What do you think? What do you think they're doing back there?
I don't know.
Very nice little spot. You didn't see it, but it was nice. It was grassy and flowers.
Oh, he actually went through with it. That was my idea.
No, I mean there was flowers
Oh, the
there at the place.
Oh.
There were also flowers before when he brought. Yes,
What kind of flowers?
I don't know the types of flower. They were red. I think. I'm not very good at plant.
Yeah, me neither. That's a Cinder and Rook question.
Seemed to go well though, I guess. I don't know. Weird. I don't know what it is about my children and their obsession with this woman, but
You know, maybe
who am I to judge?
it's destiny or fate. Who knows?
You believe in destiny, Millicent?
I don't know. Kind of. I feel like everyone has their path. Is it set? I'm not so sure anymore after what I've experienced so far, but I think everything happens for a reason.
Interesting.
What can your dog do?
Right now, walk around and bite people.
Mm.
I think we put a little fire thing in his mouth, though. I don't know how to activate that, but ah, fire dog. Devin, fetch. Still working on that one, I guess. He just walks off. Cinder, you turned back into Plant Man briefly in the sky above the ocean.
Just free falling.
Then turn back into a bird.
And I'm free.
Rook and Celeste, a few hours go by.
2 hours go by. I'm like, all right, I'm sick of this right now. It's put it away.
Yeah.
So now I've been thinking a lot recently about the Warforged situation and
Yeah.
their souls.
I would imagine. I'm not sure how. Well,
You know, amazingly, between all of us, I have yet to die. So I don't know. I'm just a little. I don't know. The whole situation with me and King, bodies and stuff. I'm just like not 100% sure. You know, Cinder's got his own thing with the spirit and stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have a soul. Let's just say that. How do Warforged work?
uh,
I just feel like I don't have a 100% answer to if I do or not yet. Of course, the way to find that out isn't great, but
I feel like with what we've seen, and like especially from Roger and like the Warforged have to be awakened, and their power was tied to the grid lines or the gods. I'm inclined to say that you have a soul.
well, everyone else's came from actual people. Where did mine come from?
I mean, where does my soul come from?
Well, I don't know.
Like,
You're the high priestess. You tell me.
I mean,
I'm just a little confused. I don't. Everyone else of my kind, they had theirs come from people. Why? Why would I be different? You know?
I think the answer with that lies with whatever magic was. Whatever magic would, like, was it the castle project that
Yeah.
this occurred with?
Well, not my awakening.
Oh, right.
That was before that. I just kind of got consciousness, I guess, as King was working on me. Like the other guys, I can say that they have souls because it's very clear and there's proof as to where it comes from. Mine, I mean, maybe I'm just whatever was in that robot at the time, right?
I mean,
I guess maybe I could ask my dad about it, but I don't really think he knows either.
and you were the first to. If sorry, I might have this confused. You were the first awakened,
Yep.
or to be frank, I don't know how to deal with. Like, I'm not sure what the proper response is to that. My default response was the. I mean, like, it seems like it is connected to the gridlands and the gods and all of that. But in your case specifically, I'm not sure. I mean, we could definitely look into that. I'm not sure. I feel like the main person that might have any answer might be your father, but
Yeah. I'm just, I don't know. I'm a little afraid to ask that, I guess.
I mean, you've come a long way to find him, and
I know.
he cares a lot about you. And I'm sure he might have similar questions. I mean, if you both have this question, like, we've solved, or at least gotten more answers to more ridiculous things before. Like,
True. I will. Anything else? I guess whenever we go to these libraries that we find ourselves in, I guess I'll just. I don't know what books I would look for, but
I mean, do you think your awakening has to do with the Black Mares directly?
no, the Blackmires.
Hmm. I was just spitballing because they've messed with a lot of things, so I was not sure. But
I, I suppose I haven't thought about that, but that would
because
be
you,
horrible if that is the case. To me, I don't know.
because your father made you after he lost his family lost power. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was made in a Blackmire facility, and he was working in one at the time too. I don't. I mean, I don't know if they had any, you know, anything to do with my awakening or anything like that. But
I mean, maybe I have my astrolab, and we could try to commune, but like I feel like the questions of did the gods have anything to do with the Warforged awakening?
Well, I
Especially,
guess if you could commune, you could just ask the question straight up, yeah?
yeah, that's might as well, right?
Oh, God. All right. Yeah, sure. Do you have that today?
I have it through the astrolab, and I haven't used it this week, so
Oh, shit. All right, yeah. If you don't mind, you know.
yeah, of course. I mean, this is weighs heavily on you, and it's definitely a weird question to leave up in the air as to how the hell this happened. So I'm more than happy to use it right now. I don't imagine we're gonna have an instance in the next couple of days with to deal with whatever the zombie horde has to throw at us.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. So first one being, did the gods have the? I'll say the gods. Did the gods have to do with the first awakening? That's a little vague in
That's,
itself.
I mean, sure, that'd be nice to know, I guess.
Uh,
Really, I was just putting out there, like, hey, God, does Rook have a soul? I don't know.
okay, let's ask that one first. Okay,
Yeah, well, fuck it, yeah. And then we can see if they had something to do with the awakening.
Okay. Well, also there was just if you wanted more questions about that, there doesn't have to be that question. Like, do you have more? Then by all means.
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't even have that one prepared. It's interesting that you brought it up, and I thought, yeah, that'd be nice to know, but
Well, with the information of the
could
corpses of
we
the
ask if
gods,
could we ask if my soul came from someone else, like the other Warforged?
yeah, I'll ask that 1 second.
Okay. No, no further questions at this time.
Okay, those three.
You can ask something else if you want, if you're curious about something. I don't know.
I mean, check. Yeah, up to three. And are you going to be okay? The first question?
If it's a no,
Yeah.
I can't answer that right now. Should we save this till later?
It's up to you. I don't want to overwhelm you with anything.
Honestly, I didn't remember that you had commune, and I didn't expect this to happen right this moment. So I'm freaking out internally a little bit.
I mean, how about we shelve it for now, and then
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to know this right now. Yeah. Maybe I should just ask my dad. And not God.
is this something you would want me to look into? And if it turns out positively, then tell you, but for you to not know otherwise if I did or not?
Yes. That sounds great.
Alright.
If
I
it
don't know
turns
why.
out as no, just don't ever bring it up again.
Alright. You'll never know whether I did or not.
Fantastic. You want me to go stand over there or something, or you want to do that on your own time?
No. It'll just be.
Right. You gotta do it in secret, or else I know the answer.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Alright.
the game, like in school, if you take like 20 stops now or that one
I
stop
didn't.
at
I
one
didn't
random
go to
point.
school.
Well, that happened in school.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out what you were describing. Was that like Heads Up 7 Up? What was that?
No, I say school. college where it's just like, all right, if you lose, you either have to take like 20 slaps now or like one slap at a random point like at any given time.
Sounds like an exciting game, but I wouldn't
College?
support it.
I like how all of us were just extremely concerned for Maddie right there.
I was like,
It's also in sitcoms. Like that's not just an isolated thing.
I know, but
Whatever, a giant
I
wooden
like you
bird
did in your
appears and
undergrad,
lands.
Oh, look, it's wow, Cinder. Hi. Time to go.
It's popped up in enough sitcoms. I'm so confused.
I've never heard of this.
Yes.
What sitcoms?
The one that comes to mind is How I Met Your Mother.
Okay,
yeah, like I've
I
seen
didn't
it
watch
on
that.
sitcoms, but I haven't seen this in real life, and that's the thing. I'm just, I don't know.
You guys fly.
Should we
You guys
make it
fly
there?
west. You make it there. It's close.
Oh my god.
We just kind of
Yeah, we're approaching, and I'm like, all right, I have fun
Everybody-
already. Just
strap in, folks. We are going down. Aruga.
I'm in his talons. What am I supposed to?
Yeet.
You just kind of tumble across the land, the peninsula there, the coast, but you do make it right around probably sundown. You see
We did it.
Millicent and King there.
Well,
Hello.
that was exciting.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably only going to be useful for this short of a distance, though. So
Yeah.
Long distance, not so good, but I can do that twice a day. So it's a short rest thing. So
all right. While we're in Braddock, some people approached us. Just by the
Oh.
way.
oh,
Actually, a
Well-
good thing.
Yeah, Dad, do you know a man named Hamilton?
Cameron Hamilton. Yeah, he's the person in charge there.
Yeah, he recognized me, and
Oh.
also her.
Oh, yes! Yes, I did meet him a long time ago.
Yes, he mentioned as much. But they seemed cool with us. I inquired about maybe a ship towards Tor, and he said not there. Like their ships are mostly defensive.
Yeah.
But said there could be someone that could provide that at Port Iron, and also he could maybe ask their little resident wizard about any teleportation circles they may have.
Yeah, that would
And
be
it-
good.
In exchange, they would like me to make potions, and maybe you guys do some labor for a few days.
Yeah, I can do that.
sure.
Know how to make things. Well, great.
Yeah.
First, we want to do pheromone things, yeah?
Yes, of course.
There is
Did you
like
guys-
a camp up there
Oh.
on that hill a few miles. There's a campfire going there.
Sounds great. Do you want to see if we can join them?
Yeah, sure.
Towards the vent. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go pay them a visit. And if they're not friendly, then we'll have a campsite.
But we have tower. Why do we need?
You're right.
We get the best thing ever.
Perfect. Anyway, let's go.
I mean, it's a bonus for sure.
I have a question for you, Dad, but maybe now's not the time after that comment.
What is your question?
Nothing.
We can bring it up.
You can't just
No.
say that without.
Well, I'm doing it.
Wow. Oh, by the way, I had a question for you. But I'm not going to ask it. Let's go.
Okay.
How does it feel?
I'm pretty indifferent.
How does it feel?
It'll eat you.
Petty.
Where do you think he got it from? You guys make your
I
way.
would not accept that.
You guys walk a few miles towards this hilltop. You can see there's like a from the base of it here. You can see there's like a couple of tents and like a kind of wooden hut up at the top. By the looks of it, seems to be a campfire going.
Do we know who was in charge of this place and in charge of Fairwind before all the?
Well, it was Freya Reiser. She was a consort of one of the Blackmires and got sent there. But there were two families that were sort of in power there. There was a elf family and a dwarf family.
And the
Right.
ghost is an elf man, right?
By the looks of it, yeah.
Well, tell us something.
Well, if these people are from there, maybe they'll have an idea. Shall I approach?
Sure.
All right. Shall I approach stealthily first, just in case?
Yeah, just go
Probably.
sweep of the area.
Yeah, I'll just do a little scouting. And then I can just message you if it's good or not.
Sure.
I stealth ahead.
All right, make a stealth check.
27.
I think that would do it, yeah. You kind of make your way up the hill here. You see at the top there's a couple of like crates and barrels kind of strewn about. There's a couple of like sleeping bags on the ground and a couple of tents, like pretty simple canvas tents looks like. On the western side of the hill here, there's like a small square like thatch roof hut, looks like, with kind of like a wooden platform built around it. But you don't see any people. It's like campfires going in the middle.
How late is it?
It's like an hour after sundown at this point.
Can I just like look around the area and see if anybody's hiding themselves?
You can make a perception check.
Okay. 7.
Doesn't seem like it.
Awfully quiet here. I'll pull out the message wire, just send down to Cinder. There's a fire going, but I don't see anybody up here. You can respond to this message. Or I'll just walk down.
And so it's like, so what do we do with that? Should we join you?
I mean, I could look inside of one of these huts.
There's 2 tents, 1 hut.
What
Good.
time is it?
It's like an hour after sundown.
I could just look inside these places real quick, if we want.
Peek and message if required.
You got it. I go peek.
Okay.
Uh,
Peek in the tent.
hut.
Hut? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The door to the hut is open.
Oh.
Scooby Doo around the.
Okay. You just see this kind of cloaked, hooded figure at the far end of the room, just kind of like standing over a desk. It seems to be like working on something.
I go look at the tent.
Okay. Both of the tents seem to be empty.
I messaged. Well, there's one big cloaked dude in the hut working on something.
We'll come up.
Okay.
There's one cloaked person in the hut that Rook found, and the other one's apparently nothing. So let's quietly join him.
Sure.
Or as quietly as we can manage.
Okay, you guys can all stealth as well.
Can I, as they approach, can I just go back to peeking at the guy from the inside or from the right from the doorway? Yeah. I have my Gudon ready.
Stop.
We got a 4, 8, and 10 respectively.
Rook, you see, as you're kind of like keeping an eye out, you see this thing just kind of like, this guy just kind of like look up, and then he just kind of turns, and you see, looking at first kind of out the door and then directly at you, this fella.
Oh!
Oh.
He's
Not
just
a
kind of like,
Why is it a
and just kind of, you see him just kind of draw out this like reddish purple like geode looking thing and kind of crush it in his hands. You can make your attack with the Guan. It's going to stop him from moving, but it's not going to stop him from doing this. As you see, the ground in between you guys kind of opens with that same kind of red ore that you now see kind of in the floor of the hut. Pulls open, and these other two things come out of it, and you guys all just hear this loud as you see two of these boys.
Whoa. Does it have hair on it? What is that? God.
He's a dapper fellow. But we'll go ahead and take a break here before we embark on this.
I'm just more confused with that one.
Bugs! It's bugs! Get off there!
That one has hair. Just confused.
Big hairy bugs!
Who designed that?
I don't know why the light is that way.
What?
We'll just disable it.
I see.
There you
go. Hold on a second.
Well, these people aren't from Fairmont. Are they?
Maybe at one point they were.
Ooh,
But now they're bugs.
good point. Why has it gotta be bugs?
Why has it gotta be bugs?
It's always bugs.
I remember the last time we fought bugs.
I don't like
There's
bugs.
the
It wasn't good for me.
All right. Well, we'll take our break here, and we will see you for bugs in 10 or 15 minutes.
It was so
All right, so we rolled initiative. That's our result. Cinder, if you wanted to fuck with that.
I do want to.
I thought you might. Rook, you were able to get off your goo wand at the big bug boy. So he is restrained by the goo.
So
Could
I
go for that one?
can change initiative of willing creatures within 60 feet of me, so it would only be us. Millicent, would you be okay if I switched you and Rook so he could go first to assassinate, then Bugs, then you go?
Yeah.
Because I can't put more of us above them, but at least that way we could get his assassinate off on the one that he just gooed.
I mean, it won't actually get me a critical, so
It won't.
He's not surprising it.
I'm not surprised.
Mm,
But I could just move down and do my flamethrower on all of them
well, I mean, if we're
when
just,
they're not scattered around after they move.
yeah, I thought it would be. That's fine. Yeah, do that.
Okay. I mean, but you could also just have Millicent charge in there and fuck them up. But,
I was gonna say if we're doing AOE's, me and Celeste could both do it too. But I think you're
it's true.
uh
And mine does as much as a fireball.
and it's less resource intensive, so that's fine. We'll still do that. Would an advantage matter?
Not really.
Will
One
you
of
already
them,
have?
one of them is already
They
restrained.
make
so-
saves. Yeah, and he's restrained, so he'll just fail it.
Okay.
I can never
'Cause I
remember.
could
Is
spend-
restrained auto fail or is it a disadvantage?
I don't remember.
Well, the
I thought
effect
it
the
was
effect is
fail.
on him, so either way
It'll
Oh,
do what
right.
it's supposed to.
it'll
Yeah.
do what it's supposed to. I just can't remember.
I could burn 2 more charges to give somebody advantage or disadvantage on all attacks, saves, and checks in the first turn. So if you wanted me to give you advantage and you could go for a stab if that would work, or just sit
No,
on the
it's all right.
Okay. We'll sit on the charges.
Okay. So are we doing nothing? Or
No,
are
we're spending 2, putting Rook first,
Okay,
and letting him
right.
flamethrower.
So Rook, it's you. What are you doing?
All right. Well, I could use my tooth and stab one of these bugs. Have them go crazy.
Crazy bug.
That would actually make use of the thing. So I'll do that, I guess. Maybe I'll get a crit. You know?
Okay, maybe.
Fuck it.
Sure.
Which
Have
one's
2 more
number one?
charges to have advantage.
I
He already
did.
has it because he's
Are
going
you-
before him.
Oh, and the regular bugs, you already get it?
Yeah, because I'm going before them.
He goes before them, gives him advantage. If he surprises them, it's an auto crit.
I
Yeah.
always forget how assassinate works.
It's
Thank you.
a little finicky.
Tooth.
Not a
Yeah.
crit, but still hits.
Attack. Oof.
Is that a wisdom save?
Yeah, let me put it on him. Let me find it. Here it is. Aww.
He also would have had advantage on that because it's a magical effect. So.
Oh.
But he
Alright,
succeeds.
well,
He just kind of looks at you with this intensifying mosquito droning sound.
alright, I don't like this. I'm getting out of here. I let's see.
Oh shoot! Any creature that starts its turn within 30 feet of it has to do this. I forgot to do that before your stab, so I'll say you get the stab off first, thanks to the orb fuckery. But you're unconscious for 10 minutes. Now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait. He just like
Then-
drops down. That's
Uh-huh.
like what we see. It's just like stabs, drops.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Within 30?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I like Casmies.
I imagine we're about to not.
This
Hmm.
guy can't do anything because he is good. So
Yes.
yeah, they're. I guess he just doesn't do anything.
I've done it.
This guy will go ahead and hit you with his proboscis now that you're unconscious.
I wish he wouldn't.
That's a
With a name like that, it can only be good.
miss. This one will also proboscisize you.
No. Stop.
That's a hit. So that's an auto crit, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 66.
Plus 66.
Well, it's a crit, right?
Yeah, he didn't do the thing. Okay. Oh, then I'm unconscious.
So did
Or,
that
you know.
did that attack drop you to 0?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, so what was the so the necrotic damage was 23.
I don't know.
I'm looking. 23 plus 42. So what's your hit point max?
64.
And 23 and 42 is 65. Rook stops breathing. Millicent. We're gonna answer some questions today, folks.
Oh, I guess
It's-
I should have had an answer right back then.
Yeah, and it would be
Oh
about.
my
Millicent,
god.
This is the one thing you can do.
Do you have fanatical focus or something?
Yeah,
I'm not
And you're-
raging.
You do
You
have
do
the
have my
D4
totem,
thing,
though.
right?
Wait, what? Okay. D4 for what?
The totem,
Saves.
the talisman.
Yeah, the
Oh, I do.
From Celeste.
I'd roll it if I were you.
Oh, yeah.
I'd recommend it.
Okay, yeah, that's raging.
That was an extremely
That's raging.
unlucky series of events that just transpired.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Casmies.
Then, so I get to re-roll.
You get to add a
the-
D4.
yeah
Nope.
D4. Do you want me to do it or you want to do it?
I can do it, please.
Okay.
You're good.
Not. Oh my god, that's what I need. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Now that it's all happening,
Oops, not that one.
I would like to rage now.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna give myself that temp HP.
Oh, you guys also have my temp HP as well. I totally forgot.
So Rook,
Well, then I'm not.
you're alive. You're just unconscious. Important
Sorry, I watched, like,
distinction.
It's a very
Important
change.
distinction.
Yeah.
But your hit point maximum is still reduced by a lot, so I think your hit point maximum right now might be.
Like 3.
Yeah, so you had
How
10.
many temp do I get?
You have 9. Your hit point maximum is 9 right now.
Nice.
Warlock.
It was 10.
Half my warlock level and my wisdom modifier.
Yeah, so it was 10.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you took-
alright.
yeah, so you have 9
You're right.
maximum HP right
Let me change that real quick.
Or the other one.
Oh, sorry, let me let you move.
Oh yeah. And I would like to move, please. I'll hit the goo guy. It's.
You're gonna kind of step into the shack.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, that's what I meant to do.
That's a hit.
Yay. Oh, hold up. Anyway.
Ooh, these bugly boys are nasty. And they all have a trait called mosquito proof. So, like, your thing, it's a very specific thing. Like, your little clockwork thing wouldn't work on them.
That,
I don't know why. Just such a specific.
Oh. I don't like that.
Do that and do some Genius Wrath. Let me just. That was.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. There's some hardy boys.
I don't have the spirit of this fight.
Solving mysteries.
That is it.
All right.
When Millicent's done, since you have to use it before the roll, I will portent Celeste's save for this and give her the 15 that I rolled for this. long
Okay.
rest. So she just makes it.
Thank you.
Wow.
so she does not get droned.
Yes. Rook.
Also, if you roll a successful save, then you're immune to the effect for 24 hours. So
Oh, thank God.
Or if you don't,
Ooh.
and you get back up.
then you have to
Roll
roll and save again.
Get knocked down.
Hmm.
It's a DC 12. It's not especially difficult, but
No.
But it's very punishing if you don't
it's
make it.
brutal.
I got a +1 to my con saves.
Brutal out
You
here.
got like a slightly less than a 50% chance on it.
Uh-huh.
What you doing, Celeste?
I just see Rook unconscious, so I'm assuming he needs the healing.
The safe assumption.
Yep. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give him. I'll give him 3 healing light as bonus action.
Oh, if a creature's saving throw is successful or the effect ends for it, it is immune for the next 24 hours.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So you're fine
Nice.
Dang.
Yep.
if she heals you. Oh, back to full.
Oh, fully healed.
Oh my sweet god.
My God.
Okay, you're up.
I don't feel so good.
Why do you look so sickly? Oh my
I
word.
don't know.
Does he like we?
He
Do we know
looks
something?
he looks bad. Yeah, he looks gaunt and
Oh, I don't like
unwell.
bugs.
I don't want to burn it. Well, actually, wait. I can't just burn a spell right now. Hang on.
Yeah, we're just gonna sleep after this.
Yeah. And clockwork amulets don't work on this, but
No, they do.
oh, they do.
It's just a little mosquito thing that wouldn't work on it. The clockwork mosquito.
Oh, the clockwork. Oh, I see.
Because
Alright,
they're mosquito proof. For some extremely specific reason, yeah.
In that case, I'll just go ahead and use a guiding bolt on the healthier one
Feels right.
with the clockwork.
Get him, mosquito. What are you?
Yeah.
Pull this thing.
All right. Let me double check to make sure I remember the dice adding for this.
It should be 8d6
Yeah.
of radiant.
That
And
was
he
underwhelming.
glows. That was underwhelming, but he's glowing. All right.
All right.
Anything else?
I will back up.
All right.
Yeah, that'll do for now.
Cinder, you hear that drone? You're fine.
Cool. I have no idea how this works. Let's find out, Rook. I cast Aura of
Okay.
Life.
What's that do?
Life-preserving energy radiates from you, 30-foot aura, blah, blah, blah. Until the spell ends, each non-hostile creature in the area has resistance to necrotic, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. In addition, non-hostile gets a hit point back if it's at 0.
Okay.
Can I does it undo the reduction?
I don't think it would. You can. I would say that you would know that if you
Would I know that? Okay, I
Yeah.
was assuming I
you
wouldn't.
You would. It would prevent it from further being reduced, but it can't undo the previous reduction. There are only specific things that can do that. Like
Okay.
A greater resto. Or
Well,
or a long rest.
Then I won't do that. Good luck, Rook.
Let's try this, mate.
Yeah, you know how your spells work. I'm not gonna make you cast
Okay.
a spell.
Well, in that case, yeah. This is a situation, isn't it? This is just. Oh, that's Celeste, not me. I come up. Do we care about this hut?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna burn it.
I guess he was working on something in there, but can't imagine
it's-
I want to know what it is.
It's gonna be on fire now.
Okay. Okay.
I'll come stand next to
Got it.
Rook and just that way with the burning hands. If I can
Oh.
avoid Millicent, I would like to.
Yeah, you can honestly just like burn through the hut and just do it like that and get them.
Okay.
It's pretty old by the looks of it.
I did. I do it at second level, because why not? Yeah. Wow,
Well,
that's so good.
bummer.
Boomer, dude.
Wow, I roll so good. I forgot, I'm Cinder. I can't roll spells that aren't Firebolt.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know why you tried. You just stick
damn
this.
it.
Oh no!
They also don't resist.
Oh.
Oh, that does matter.
Oh,
So it would be.
5.
Well, they both succeeded, so yeah, it's 5. That's important.
Yeah, attack on those other 3.
Hey yo, Jasmine number 1. Rook, you're not feeling so good.
I stand up.
Yeah.
Uh. Alright, I think. Hold on. I think when I stand up, that only costs. No, never mind. That's something else.
Staff your movement.
Yeah. I thought it only cost 5 for some reason, but that's something else. Okay, well, yeah, I stand up. Have my dagger here. Take this, stupid fucking bug. And I stab him. Again.
Okay. The crazy dagger.
Yeah, a crazy dagger. Nice. Oh, wow. It is nice.
Okay, works.
Yeah, here. Alright. Tooth.
Yeah, he should have advantage on that because it's magical.
Damn you.
Damn you, bug.
Damn you, bug. Alright, I bonus action this, which is also a dash for me.
Yep.
And I get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that seems right.
So I still have 20, so I can move 60 feet. Alright, I just fucking run.
Okay.
Scramble down there.
Fair enough. This guy
There he goes.
is gonna try to eat Millicent.
Oh.
Well, he's gonna hit you with his proboscis.
Oh. No. Get out
And
of
he's
here.
gonna
bug.
try to hit you with his needle claws.
Mm.
Oh, not the claw.
You're grappled and restrained.
Uh-oh.
We got no damage. Let's go.
Yeah.
While you are restrained in this way, the Kulakoid can automatically hit you with its needle claw.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
With that one, because it has 2 of them.
Huh.
But it will attack you again with its regular one now that you are grappled and restrained. He does a little tiny piddly amount of damage.
Wow.
Pow! Alright. This one. Well, you are restrained.
Hmm.
And he will try to probosco-size you.
No.
No.
It's a hit. Your hit point
That's a lot.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by the amount of necrotic that you took, so 32.
Okay.
Ooh.
And this one will come up for a Manch on Cinder.
Ah. No.
No. Grand. That's it.
Let me-
It's your turn, Milton. There you go.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, let me just adjust that. Okay. Well. I
These
can still
bugs are
attack.
making you feel bad.
They sure are.
Yeah,
I
you
can still
can.
attack. It's just disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but depending on which one you attack, it might just be a flat roll though, because the other
Well, I'm just
bug
gonna-
is still good.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to reckless.
I don't.
That's why.
That won't. Yeah,
No.
it won't give you advantage on the big bug.
No, but
But it
yeah.
will turn the other one into a flat roll.
Okay.
So depending on what you want to attack.
You know, I'll attack that one because I feel like that one's giving me more damage at
That's
this point in
fair.
time. So
Extremely fair.
So
So you want a reckless?
yeah, I will with reckless
Yeah.
so it can.
Seems like a
I'll
plan.
give
It's you're restrained anyway. It would have advantage either way.
This makes it a flat roll and it hit.
Sure does.
Take my fury.
You kill it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
Just chop off its head, and you see it just kind of dissolve into this reddish sludge that just kind of seeps into the cracks in that like kind of widened crack in the ground, kind of in front of you. It just kind of seeps back down into that.
I don't like that. I guess I'll just turn to the other guy, and I'll hit the one that's restrained since we're both kind of. Oh wait, I guess I'm not restrained anymore.
That's not the thing that was restraining you.
Oh.
It was the
okay,
big
yeah,
one with the coat.
Oh, okay, then I will turn to the guy with the coat and
Okay.
hit him.
That was the coolicoid.
I guess I would reckless it technically, so I can just put the mechanic on there.
It's still a flat roll either way, so.
Yeah, that's right. It should hopefully still just come out flat. Yeah. Don't fucking matter when I roll a one. Okay, that's my turn.
Celeste.
What a move.
One of the Bugly Boys is gone, and so is Rook. He came uncomfortably close to his own demise.
Uh-huh.
And proceeded to extricate himself from that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logical.
Alright, I'll go ahead and do an Eldritch Blast. 2 for 1 on this guy. And this. Okay. And I'll do another on the Coolicoid. Probably should have just done it on the Coolicoid. Okay. Do I have any bonus that's actually useful? Nelson's okay. Ish. She has a lot of HP, okay.
He really does.
Alright. I think I'll just stick over here. I'm fine.
All right. Cinder. There is Bug.
There is Bug. Can I firebolt Coolicoid?
Yeah.
I imagine I would have disadvantage because this one's on me and advantage because he's restrained, so flat.
I have never ruled correctly on those. I have always said if your target is within 5 feet of you and you're making a ranged attack, it's disadvantage. I know the technical rule is if it's any creature, but I have never done it that way, so you can have advantage on this.
I like that.
Especially with a firebolt, it feels like it shouldn't matter. Like, I can see having a hard time drawing a bow if somebody's right next to you, but
Right.
I've literally never ruled that correctly. Like, and it just makes more sense to me to do it this way.
Yeah.
Never ruled that correctly, and don't intend to start now.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. It's been playing 5th edition for like 6 years. Alright, you firebolt. The resisting doesn't happen though, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I should really just go through monsters and remove that from them because you're the only one that's going to be doing fire damage to them. Rook, you're over here off the map.
I sprint up over here. And I
Okay.
huck my dagger at that guy.
All right.
Okay. Sneak attack.
Hmm.
Yeah! Take that! Bonus action dash away again.
Alright, you want to do the save on him?
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
It is on him now, so.
Yeah. He gets his auto hit. He will probosco you.
No.
Who he?
Mm.
Alright, you're fine. You don't get poisoned.
Great.
That's a really gnarly poison too.
Oh, no?
Like it's not it's not like painful mechanically. It's just a really wild.
That.
You have to make a wisdom save at the start of your turn, and if you fail, you spend your whole turn scratching the bite.
Oh,
Yes,
real life. I don't like that.
it's a big.
Oh
It's
my
a mosquito.
I know, but
Gross.
Nom nom. Cinder's HP is gonna go down here.
Oh God.
Oh, only by 13.
Wow.
wow, lucky you.
I almost died from mine.
Yeah. Well, you were unconscious. That'll happen.
I know.
Millicent.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me. I will just continue to be reckless, I guess. I
Makes
know it
sense.
doesn't matter. What I gotta lose? That much, I guess.
Oh my
Is that
word.
your third
Again.
natural one this battle?
It
Yeah, I think so.
it is.
Millicent doesn't like mosquitoes.
There it is. I don't like bugs.
Millicent's the person that would flail around like literally anything to try to kill mosquito and like just end up hitting everything else.
Yeah.
Bless.
Let me add.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
add my genie's wrath. You know what? I'll add Storm Whisper while I'm at it.
All right.
Why not? There, you get that 5.
Hmm.
Every bit counts.
Yeah. Alright, kill it, please.
Go.
All right.
Kill it.
Did I believe I said that the acid damage on your axe ignores resistance to acid damage. Is that true? I have a recollection of saying that.
Yes, I did
Yeah.
write that down. That's
Okay.
yeah. Ignore acid resistance. So whatever. I assumed this was poison though, so I didn't think it was.
It resists acid,
poison.
so
Oh.
I ignored that.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Gonna hit the Kulakoid with another Eldritch Blast.
Hmm. Hmm.
Another 13, I guess.
Better than ones, you know.
Hey,
Wow.
that's pretty
Wow.
The
good.
max damage.
What a
Alright.
blast!
Please die.
Please kill it. Let's go. Come on. I believe in you.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
You just splatter
Alright.
it. You see its form just kind of turns into this black sludge that just sucks down that glowing red crack in the floor. You are no longer restrained, Millicent.
Yay.
Cinder. One bug.
Well, now I'm right next to you, and I don't want to be. And if I walk away from you, you're just going to proboscis me.
Proboscis.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Oh my god. Oh, I love birds.
That's a nice 12-year-old YouTube reference.
Yeah,
It's like a
Really?
throwback.
Oh my.
just thunderwave him.
The monster.
Go away.
My guy.
Push him 10 feet back. And then I run away.
Rook.
Oh, I'm run up here. Take out my flamethrower. Get out of here! No, nobody wants you here. Your boss is dead.
That's how we all solve bug problems. Just burn the house down. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, nobody's next to him anymore.
And he resists fire.
Yeah, take that. Anyways,
This guy with his 1 HP is gonna come over here. Proboscis you.
oh,
Uh-oh. More like Conboscus. What's that?
Alright.
Please, no. I'm allergic.
Amateur
Die.
Boscus.
I don't need. Okay, Millicent. Okay.
He's dead.
I was like, yay! I was like, I swear to God, if I got in that one, I would have been. I would have flipped my computer. Alright. Get out of here. Oh, I actually killed 2 things. Add that to my count.
Well, welcome back.
ah, I don't feel so good.
I
That
hate
was
bugs.
that was terrible.
I
Yes.
hate bugs.
Yeah.
Me too. What was Bugly Boy working on in there? It was
Oh,
just
you
like
take a
eating
look.
some
Yeah,
dude.
it looks like a dead body.
And
And you can
working
see
on it.
this crack
corpse.
in the floor is still open here. There's just this kind of faint
Oh, it's
red
still
glow
glowing.
coming from within.
Oh wait, is my tooth on the ground?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
It didn't
My
take that
tooth.
with it.
I look at the crack. Is that something that, like, I guess I'm not a cleric anymore. I can't really do much
It
about.
it
looks
looks
bad.
looks like the crack that you saw the big scary gnoll monster through.
You think a dispel might work?
I don't know.
No idea. If so, I hope you got it, because I don't.
I don't.
I have that one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
perfect.
That'd be great.
Wait, let me play you a song first.
Oh. Wow.
Play you this new song that I learned from the lyre.
Ooh. Wow.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's
It's fine.
yeah.
So to joy.
What do you think, Dad?
It's very nice. I feel so
Very
inspired. Somebody want to roll
Glad
that
to think
for
so.
him? Roll a d20 plus 5.
I could do that.
Okay.
I was like, probably not me right now.
I probably shouldn't.
Oh, sweet mother of
Okay.
God.
Oh,
Somebody want to roll that d6 inspiration?
Yeah.
And his D4 guidance.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're up to 11. He'll use a
Pretty
flash of
good.
genius on himself to make that a 16,
Yeah.
which will be enough to close it.
Wow.
Yay. There we
Wow.
go.
Okay.
We really had to
Yeah.
pull out all the stops on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
thank
it's
you.
pretty
because
hard
that-
to close a demon hole.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, Millicent, come here. Might as well just do this since I have the extra spell slot. I'll just cure wounds.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rook, you do not look good at all.
Yeah, can you do anything about this?
I was kind of planning to hope it goes away when we sleep.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have to burn a big boy spell on you.
Oh.
Ah, what the fuck?
Oh.
Those were D8s.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could have this campsite.
Honestly, I'd rather have the tower.
We could just put the tower in the middle of this and let it crush the campsite.
Okay.
There's that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Is there anything else of note in this campsite? Can we look around?
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything. It almost seems like this was bait.
Oh,
I'm
Where?
glad I didn't walk out by myself then.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you sure did.
This is the problem,
Yeah,
because you are very good at the sneaky part, but if something
Yeah.
sees you, you are dead.
I thought I was hiding pretty good.
Then
Then I looked
the
in
loud
the doorway.
then the loud people came up.
Yeah.
That was kind of the issue, I guess.
Yeah.
we'll workshop that, I guess.
Alright. I can go to sleep. I mean, I can go trance.
France.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're still doing
I'll
that?
try to stretch.
I'm gonna go over here. Go in the corner, it's like fall down.
School him.
It,
He goes to ragdoll in the
Yeah.
shack.
he's going to generate so many back problems for himself that he doesn't realize.
Back problems are the only problems Rook ends up with. That's a win.
Oh, stop doing that. Lay better. I'm gonna be in that body again. I just... Don't break it.
It's like roll over.
Do some yoga.
Wait.
I don't want to come back with chronic spinal pain.
Fine.
Listen. I think the fact that self-preservation is back on the menu is a win at all.
Do I have a soul, Dad?
What? Yes, go to sleep.
Okay.
He just looked over at you, Celeste.
He was very concerned about that earlier. We had a long talk about it.
I assume.
Sounds above my pay grade.
Actually, it kind of sounds like exactly your pay grade.
No, I have a little fire friend.
Which
Different
is,
rules.
I guess, but also not. I mean, you're the closest thing.
I mean, did anything particular happen around the time that Rook awoke? Like,
It was a long process.
when we talked about it, I told him that with the, at least on our timeline, the Warforged souls being connected to the grid lines, and the grid lines fundamentally being the corpses of the gods, basically, like, I just assumed it was some amount of divine intervention. But that's assumptions.
Sounds good to me.
He just seemed, I explained that, and it was still bothering him.
What is a soul?
That's the thing, I even said that, like, where do, most mortal souls come from? Like humans, elves, like...
Soul store. I don't know.
Exactly. But... eh, it's easier to, I mean...
The problem is, it's an inherently philosophical question, and he wants a scientific answer.
Yeah, and Can I look over at Rook? Is he, like, just
Oh, he's
passed out?
out. He's fucking out. With his 9 hit points.
uh, I did offer to him if he wanted some of those questions at least partially answered with the commune I have through my astrolab. However, we did discuss that if the answers came back bad, he wouldn't be comfortable with that. So I'm just now in the limbo of I can ask these questions and Rook doesn't have to know. But like on his behalf, like he's actively scared if the answer comes back bad.
I mean,
I
look, I'm inclined to say the answer is yes. Just-
want to say the answer is yes as well.
What, I mean, if he didn't, I mean, what would he even... If you don't have a soul, can you even, like, wonder about having one? Like...
I
Can
figure at
you
that point you're a construct, if anything, not a...
feel the things that I assume he feels?
So is sentience then the measure of a soul? Because that seems to be the indicator you're looking at.
I am a man of science. That's all I know to look at.
I know that this probably wouldn't satisfy him, but as far as I see it, because like you said, I'm the closest. What's the difference if the answer is yes or no? doesn't change anything about how you live.
It does have a lot to do with how you die.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of walk a specific path where, oh well.
And I mean, it's easy to say it'll be fine. Because, I mean, yes, ultimately, like, this doesn't change anything about you once you know the answer. But I do understand the anxiety and internal stress about it, even if it's not going to impact your day-to-day life.
Yeah, I think from a practical perspective, you are correct. And I mean, ultimately, what difference does it make to you if you feel and you act on those feelings and you have values and all of the things that a person should have? Then, if you can wonder about these things, then fundamentally, what is the difference? But I think where his concern probably stems from, and where mine certainly stems from, is, resurrection magic. It's basically the difference between a revivify and a animate dead, like,
I
if we bring him
suppose, but
back, is it still him?
have I died?
I don't think so.
Oh my.
It's over there.
Only Celeste and Millicent.
I feel like I would have remembered if you had, because I would have
I
had to
feel like
figure
that-
something out.
Yeah, there would have been a series of decisions that had to be made.
Yep.
Well, that is fair, and he does kind of end up on the brink of death all the time. So, fair concern, I guess.
When I was working on this project, I didn't really know the extent to which it would go. I just wanted to try. I missed my own actual son. And I remember when Celerio was baby, and it was very strange because babies are very, process driven. I need food, I need sleep, I need poop. I have pooped, now I need clean. Rinse, repeat. They are functionally automatons. Ophelia did not like that when I pointed this out, but there is something that I noticed, which was what put this thought into my head in the first place, which was the child really seems to sort of develop what we call the soul from its contact with its parents, really. Because you could put a baby out in the wilderness. Does a wolf have a soul? Does a bear have a soul? I mean, if you put a baby out in the wilderness, if it's able to survive somehow and it grows to adulthood, it's not going to look the same as, like, an adult that was raised by people, yeah? So I thought, I don't know, the scientific part of my brain was like, well, the soul must come from your parents then, or something, or it's drawn into you,
I
or it's
mean-
pulled out of you in some way. I don't know.
I
What do we
I
mean
mean,
by soul? What?
that's the thing, though. Like, I bias, of course, being my background, but I think it's innate, divine, because I think going at it at a perspective of, well, nature versus nurture, as it were, it's more looking at it as, like, generally speaking, like humanity.
I think it is both. And I think a certain, like, it has to be, if there is such a thing, it has to be an innate part of you. But it also needs to be, I don't know, I guess, encouraged. And that's what I was
Well,
trying to do with Rook.
not
I-
necessarily, because, like you were saying, this child raised in absence of family would still exist and develop and have a way of thinking and viewing the world. It just would be different.
I mean,
There is something to be said about So, I still think a soul is more innate. But in the case of the Warforge and all the work being done there, and the different magics possibly being used, the combination of that and the nurture that you put into making Rook, basically, maybe that had some kind of interaction. As odd as that sounds.
Well, and I think just like with Cinder, I think the innate portion of it was provided after the fact by perhaps by the lattice, the proximity to the conflux point, just as yours was from your connection to your spirit. But again, I don't know what we mean by soul in this instance. I don't know what it. I've
That's
met
also,
plenty of people who didn't seem to have one.
though viable, that's a frightening theory if it comes from the lattice. Because the lattice is dead gods built on the sacrifice of hundreds of powerful mages from eons
Well,
ago, right?
Celeste said that it was divine in nature.
Yeah, when we were working on the hopper and everything. And we know what the grid lines are made out of.
So did one of those just generate a soul for him?
Or all of
I
their interconnected essences did.
Well, maybe it was. Maybe it was another way for the gods to connect to us outside of clerics, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, because, like, in your case, a Leviathan is basically a god who bestowed, well, with the help of four, like, helped create life from their power. I don't think it's out of reason to think that something similar might have happened with.
Then what about, like, you or Millicent? Or people on this side where the lattice doesn't exist and there is no tie to the gods?
I mean,
It's almost too ethereal of a question to.
if you're curious, I mean, with some of the questions we wrote down for the possible commune, which
Well,
I can.
how much of it will. I mean, when you commune, you are talking to one of these limited divinities that we are speaking of. Who says they know?
I know it's in this case because it's coming from the astrolab. It's one of these saints, which
I think anybody's guess is as good as anybody else's, up to and including the gods. Unless there is something beyond them that we just don't know about that delineates these things.
I think if you wanted to ask, you could. We could add it to the list of conversations to have with the Leviathans while we're here. Because if we exist and the spirit exists, maybe they're old enough to know about it. Or
I think.
or we just figure it out when Rook or I dies and just see what the hell happens.
Well, there's that, and I would also just. We can talk circles around the philosophical issue of it as much as we want, but I think ultimately we just need to know what the question means to him.
and it does appear to mean a lot, which is why I was putting as much,
Yes.
at least
yeah.
trying to help.
But what? Why? What does it matter to him, and what does he think the answer ought to be? And why, as you said, what would change for him depending on what the answer was? I don't think it's a coincidence. This is an awkward topic, but I don't think it's a coincidence that this subject popped into his head at the same time as he bought a lyre.
Understandable. I mean, it might be along the lines of trying to figure out his place in the world, which, you know, like, and how he exists in it. Because as it stands, you two are in limbo of being in each other's bodies, and you've been like that for a while, but how do you continue, especially with Rook being in your body? And that brings up a lot of questions, of course, but just like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was concerned about
If
his place and how to deal with it.
if he doesn't have a soul, what part of him went into my body?
I'm not really worried about that.
Well,
I
that's
think
I
he
mean
has a
that,
soul.
but like, yeah, well, what would it be? I mean, his consciousness only. What's the difference?
I
I don't know. I'm a tinkerer. I just make things.
Which means that the soul question is more a probably Rook's dealing just with some internal stuff that's manifesting as the soul question that
That's what I think it is, and that's why I think we just need to figure out what is the question behind the question, and I think you might already know what the question is behind the question, or at least one of them. That's something for you to figure out, but...
Sure.
Because really, the question is, what does it mean to him? And what does it mean to you? And I don't want to know the answer, but he does, so... Figure that out on your own time. This is hurting my brain. I'm going to go take a walk.
That's
I
yeah.
feel like most just kind of checked out, just like that whole conversation, just like just spilt milk.
Come on, Devin.
Millicent's like in like 5th period math class where everything's just like
Yeah, it's like
The inner machinations of her mind are an enigma.
beef jerky.
exactly. Yes.
Just have simple conversations done. Yes.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. I concur.
So like Rick and Morty. Yes.
Yes.
Well, duh. Okay. Well. Well.
Do we have souls, Cinder?
Find out when we die.
Cool.
A complicated and interesting question, but not one that I am going to let get in my way.
Seems fair. I mean, we did just spend a whole day walking around inside that guy's fucking brain. You'd think we would have a more concrete answer.
Well, I mean, you have a concrete answer to what his consciousness looks like, and it's kind of scary. But that gets to King's whole philosophical thing that I'm
Yeah, whatever.
not really. We could ask our cat. He might know something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. About us, not about him.
No, but maybe King's got a point. We're probably the closest.
Yeah, he usually does.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But
Interesting.
we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Just like all the rest.
So many.
But you guys can get a short rest. Rook, you're not feeling any better the next morning.
I'm dying. I'm seeing the light.
You're just staring into the window.
Oh, that explains some things.
Alright. Well, I can fix it. However,
Yeah. What do you mean, however?
it costs some diamond, and I can only do it once.
Oh, fuck. Do
Oh.
we even have diamonds?
I do.
How many?
500 one.
Oh. Well, I don't know an alternative to this situation.
Probably stay here for a week.
Yeah.
Or go back to Braddock and stay there for a week. And hope that our ghost friend doesn't get mad that we waited a week.
He
Mm,
walks very slowly. He won't even notice.
I could cast augury and see if it'll go. Well, it's probably just a week, knowing how these work out.
Yeah, it's probably just a long rest or a greater restoration is usually how these things go.
Yup. And I can do the Greater Resto, but that would be Diamond and my only 5th level.
How much
So I can do
diamond?
it to Rook or Millicent.
How much diamond?
Good question. 100.
So realistically speaking, you're just depriving us of the ability to use Raise Dead potentially. Yeah?
Correct.
Because we could still revivify with that.
Correct. How about we just wait until nightfall and see if we can tell the ghost, like, hey, we got our asses kicked, we need a week.
did
If
we
he's
did we see the ghost last night?
Maybe they're
shit,
taking a really long time to walk over. We have to.
Yeah.
Walking along the bottom.
Mm.
or something.
I mean, we could just wait here for a week, I guess.
I mean, if we're gonna wait somewhere where we could probably be better to do it in Braddock, right?
Probably.
No demon bugs, and you can start making your potions, and we can start paying our way for whatever we were gonna do.
I, I mean, I guess I can make potions right now.
I mean, you're tired. You're not dead.
Yes, I feel dead, but
We just won't flick you or anything.
all right.
Should we try to at least like go take a look at Faramond or
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Just in case it's not a fighty thing, but
Yeah,
it is a couple of days walk from here, but
maybe it's a talkie thing. I can still do that.
perhaps not. I mean, we could just all go back to Braddock with your bird thing again right now. Close.
yeah, and I can.
And we're several days walk from Faramond.
And the bird thing is a short rest. I can do that every day. So
Just write a little letter to Ghost.
Dear
Mhm.
Mr. Ghost, we regret
We're
to
gonna-
inform you.
We're gonna be a week late.
I want to roll hit dice, but for some reason I cannot interact with Fantasy Ground.
Oh.
None of the buttons do anything.
Sure, it's fine.
Today has been a mess.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, fuck it. Let's just go back to Braddock, I guess. There's no bugs there. I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your wild shapes back.
I do. Seems like the best place to. If we're gonna sleep a week, might as well do it in a town, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. It's not letting me. Matthew, can't hit the short rest button.
Oh.
I was not in my character when you did it, which is how Millicent did it, but it won't let me.
Alright, would you mind if I got ferried across first?
Nope, that's fine.
I guess, Millicent, you want to join me? Your
Yep.
crab? Yeah.
I'll grab. We're ready.
Here's
Alright.
here's the fortress.
Ah, cool.
Oh, yes, for them.
For whoever's staying here.
I guess that's us. Feel sort of awkward about that, but that's fine. Get
Can we not ferry across in one day still? Oh, just while
just,
they're waiting.
yeah, for the few hours.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll stay here with Celeste.
Alright. Shouldn't take long. Bird.
Bird. Please remember to keep your hands and feet inside the eagle at all times.
Am I supposed to hang on somewhere? Is he gonna grab me?
He's just gonna grab you.
All right.
Yoink.
Just
You fly
ragdoll.
away with your crab. It'd be super funny if you just like dropped it in the ocean, but
Oh no.
Oh.
sploosh. You guys fly
No,
back to Braddock. Celeste and King hang out. He just kind of like gets a little stool and just like sits on the bottom floor of the fortress, just like. I'm going for a walk.
It did. Okay.
Yeah, you guys can just spend the several hours of the day to get everybody to Braddock easily enough.
On the other side, I go lay down the flowers.
Go to sleep.
What I said. What I said for here.
Oh, just boop, pop out.
Welcome. This is Braddock.
Nice.
I'm gonna lay here for a while. There might be some guys that ride up on horses.
Okay. I'll just keep watch and pet.
You do see this pair of halfling men come up. They seem to have like 4 or 5 horses with them. It's both armored with spears. They just kind of look down. We didn't see you here last time.
Oh
We
yeah,
saw
I'm
that
with
one.
them.
With that crew. Are you the druid?
No, I'm not.
Just missed him.
I pull out my
Oh.
axe. I hit things.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. So do we. We don't hit them like that. We hit them like that. But, you know, same kind of deal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, well, we got horses. Do you know, like, when they're going to be here, or?
Like-
Flowers?
You know any card games?
No.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
These guys just hop off.
Yeah. Like I got some jerky if you want.
Great. Yeah, let's do it. Just pulls out. A little on the stale side.
Yeah, I need more jerky.
What did you say?
Let's say we've had that for a while. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we got better stuff back in town, don't you? It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Can we be here for like a week or something?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what you talked about with Cameron, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go back over after though.
Yeah.
That way.
We got attacked by bug.
Yeah, I figured you
Things.
didn't make it all the way to Fairham and then back in a day.
Yeah, demon bug.
If they'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just kind of play some cards with you guys. You play
Mhm.
cards with Barrack and Varric. And eventually, Cinder returns with the rest. Oh, damn, it was.
That's the druid.
He's like, damn, it was a wooden bird. You see him just like hand a couple of coins to the other guy. Told you. Is he always a bird or?
Change it back
No.
in.
Oh,
No,
It's usually a tree.
he's in a tree.
Like
and
that.
yes, hello. Okay, there's horses. Not gonna ask any questions. We'll get you back to town.
Thanks.
Hey.
Get you hooked up.
All right.
Cameron will want to see this.
This situation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
whatever. You good with horse? Pick a horse.
Yeah.
You guys can ride back to Braddock with these two
Yeah.
guys.
Rook, can you stay upright on a horse?
Yes.
Very good.
Hold on for dear life.
Just
You guys can make your way over there.
I see he's practicing the corpse method.
Yeah, I learned this somewhere. Yeah.
What do you mean right now?
Yeah.
Aha.
You take a few minutes and you make your way back to the town of Braddock, which is fairly bustling. It's kind of quaint, nice-looking little rural town. Good size, probably 1,000 or two people living here. There's kind of sprawling, just kind of pastoral landscape to the south. They seem to have some cattle, some chickens by the looks of it, and just kind of general crops to the south. Not much, but enough to sustain them, seems like. It's like one of the nicer places that you have seen in your time here. And Cameron is waiting for you at the kind of northern edge of town on his fancy, nice, like, white horse that he has. Ah, there's the rest of you. Oh. I
Hello?
take it you ran into one of those mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Two of
That's
them.
real bad.
Oh,
And a hooded one that summoned them? Yeah, that was super
Yeah.
not cool.
Sound good.
we had some run-ins with similar things here a couple of weeks back. The
Mm.
demonic whatever is going on seems to be affecting more places.
Yeah, come out of a little demon hole or something.
That weird gemstone thing. Open up
Yep.
a hole.
Yeah.
Did you happen to close it by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right, well, we can find some quarters for you. Harold's got a barn that he's willing to let you guys stay in. It's got a loft. There's some,
Wow.
not exactly, a fine inn, but it'll, I imagine, suit your needs and be better than the road.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Didn't meet the rest of you, but I assume you heard my offer.
Spend some time doing work and such.
Yeah. Sound like something you can manage?
Yes.
Sure.
I would be rather interested to talk more to the two of you. This kind of points to Cinder and King. But I imagine that's a request you hear quite often, so it's fine if you'd rather not.
Fine.
Yeah, sure. It's a long and complicated story.
If you're gonna ask a lot of questions, you may be disappointed with the amount of answers we're able to give, but sure, we can talk.
Just curious. I don't imagine you all are meaning my people any trouble, but would I be correct in assuming that you are the sorts of people whom trouble seems to have a knack for following?
Either that, or we have a knack for finding. It seems to depend on the day.
Yeah. Thus far in our travels, we haven't really had things that track us down.
Yeah, we stick our noses places they don't belong, such as bugs.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yes, I probably could have done a better job preparing you for that. In the future, if you see any signs of life on the western continent here,
Yeah.
assume it's a trap.
Okay.
Noted.
Zindan
Yeah,
is
that-
safe, but basically everywhere else west of the river, not so much.
Just a bad time.
All right. Duly noted now.
Yeah. I assumed you all were from here, but I'm beginning to realize that the situation might be a little more complex than I realized,
Correct.
based on the walking redwood. But
Yeah.
you're welcome to take however long you need to get situated. I'm in the town square most of the time.
Great.
Find anybody who needs something done, or just sit down and find somebody who can tell you can give you what you need to do whatever you think is helpful. We got stuff. You want to make potions, we have ingredients for that. If you're a druid, it sounds like we've got farmers that might need some assistance in that regard. Any healing you guys are able to do, we always have need for that from our constabularies and guard posts down on the coast.
We're intending to spend a week, if that's all right. So I think we can have plenty of time to do all of the above.
Just fine. I will get to work on the other things. Oh, that's he just kind of like waves somebody over. You see this kind of spindly human man who's probably like in his late 60s, kind of wearing like a black jacket. He has like a tie. He just comes over and says, "That's Steve. He plays the lyre."
Oh.
Yes, Dave.
Right.
You actually found someone.
I thought you were gonna introduce the wizard, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
works too.
We'll work on that one. I want you guys to
Okay.
actually get something done first.
Yeah, fair
Well,
enough.
that's-
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
makes sense. I don't know what I was expecting, I guess.
But yes, I can come by your place of residence if you need some assistance with the instrumental
Alright.
endeavors.
Sure.
I'm all about results. Barn's that way.
Great.
Right, thank you.
Thanks.
Just kind of
Where were we?
trots off.
staying? Yeah,
He
Barn?
offered you the loft of a barn, but you guys have your tower as well. You just want
set up on the outskirts
he,
of town.
he did not know about that, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
We take some of this hay and just like.
he'll figure it out when it shows up.
you guys set up your tower.
Yep.
Steve will help you guys learn the lyre if you want.
Grr.
Yeah.
He's actually a pretty good teacher. He's a pretty accomplished player, seems like.
Oh, Steve.
Yes.
Pretty good.
What? Show me what you have. What you're working on.
A second.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, well,
All right, you.
be prepared to be underwhelmed.
She's great.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna give her inspiration for that.
You can if you want.
Sure.
Add a D6 to that, baby. You're gonna roll a 1.
Six.
Hey, it's He just kind of pulls out this very nice, like, embossed kind of gold and
Wow.
wood thing, and just kind of like goes through some really, really lovely instrumentation. It's a very nice piece that he plays for you here. Yes, I studied at the conservatories back in before the
Oh,
Very nice.
Yes, we have lots to work with here.
great.
He just kind of pulls out some papers and starts writing you guys like individual like curricula.
All right.
Lesson plans begin.
Meantime, after you set up the tower, while they're in there, Cameron would come by after like an hour or two and try to find Cinder.
I'll just hang out expecting
Yeah.
it.
Just kind of like comes up to you. He's not on his horse. He doesn't have his armor on anymore, but he does still have his swords on his back. You can see it wasn't the armor mostly adding to his bulk. He's just a massive dude.
Big man.
Yeah. Just kind of comes over. Seems like you're probably the de facto person in charge of this cohort right now.
It's a bit of a overstatement, but maybe for like today.
Fair enough. Just a little curious about your story.
Like me or like all of us?
I'll take what I can get.
I come from somewhere far away. All of us are travelers and new to Selton here. At least.
Which is odd considering you have somebody that looks like Isaac Zelton but doesn't sound like him, and somebody that sounds like him and looks like a Warforged.
Like I said, complicated.
I'll just shorten I'll shorten things for you. Is it any of this gonna necessarily be relevant to the safety of my people here?
Not while we're here.
Then we're
we do
fine.
things. We do things to help people. We're not going to cause you
Great.
problems, or at least not intentionally. And if we unintentionally cause problems, we will intentionally help solve them.
Works for me.
Tends to, at least thus far. We were trying to go look into something going on in Fairmont, some strange ghost thing. Do you know anything about all
Yeah.
that?
It's been a problem for some time now. Nobody can say for sure exactly what it is that happened there, but there don't seem to be any survivors of the ordeal. I have sent a couple of scouts who are some of my more capable soldiers, people I used to run raids with in the mire. They came back. The ones that did come back were missing pieces of their memory and were, well, the reports were odd. They just say that they saw blackness around the entire city, and that as they approached and tried to get inside, they just felt this overwhelming dread come over them and render them completely unable to carry on.
Complex. Have you had any issues with the ghosts, like individual, and all of the zombie horde thing that it travels around with?
No, I haven't seen much of that.
Have you seen it at all? Do you know what I'm talking about?
We've seen it. It was here one time. But I went out
I
to try and parlay with it, and it just sort of made some noises, and it didn't seem to mean us any harm, so I left it be.
Yeah, we assumed it was going to be a problem when we were over in Onric because they had not interacted with it, and it showed up one night and had scratched the word help into the ground. So we're
Makes sense.
figuring it out.
Well, I'm going to imagine it needs help with whatever is going on in Fairmond. One of our people that actually made it inside the city was one of our only clerics who was able to use, I suppose, calm his own emotions to regress. He isn't with us anymore, but he said he saw a beating heart.
Okay. What happened to him, if I can ask?
We don't really know. He's just not here anymore.
Did he... So he made it back and then disappeared like...
He
someone
came back and he was not the same. I've seen battle shock and things of that nature from people that I would take into the mire on raids before they were ready, before I realized they were ready. And it seemed similar to that, but stronger. And he stayed in town for a few days, mumbling and raving, but one morning he was just gone.
No.
Suffice to say, you're going to want to make sure you have sufficient mental fortitude to approach the town if you still want to try and fix whatever's going on there.
Something to magically aid with that.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like calm emotions helped.
Depending on the flavor of mental fortitude, we're about a 50-50 shot with our group.
Sounds about right. I'm guessing you and the former priestess.
For that flavor, the one who looks almost dead is pretty smart, but can easily distracted, we'll say.
I worked with a lot of rogues, I get it.
Yeah.
Those were always the first to sign up for my raids.
He does kind of lead the charge in probably more than we should let him. Hence why he's the one that looks terrible and the rest of us are relatively alright.
Somebody's got to take the hits.
Yeah, that's what the strong one is for,
Not always.
I suppose.
Well, that's about all I know about that. I know our boy in town's got a circle to Zindan, and I think he said Walleye, and maybe one to Haven as well.
Walleye. That name doesn't ring a bell to me.
Southeast of Tarmaran. West of the wall.
Oh, useful. I'm sure we'll have to pay our way to whatever information.
Do your work, keep out of trouble, we'll be just fine.
Fair enough.
We'll provide for you as long as you're here.
Have your people... Is there some tie to Braddock?
What do you mean?
This location?
We lived here before the shattering, we live here after it.
Seems like there's a few sparse settlements that all struggle that could maybe be served by like Onric, and I haven't seen Ustron, but I assume it's also in similar straits. Banding together into one larger group could potentially help with some of this ridiculousness that's been going on.
It could. Back before the shattering, I was not especially pleased with leadership. I was sent here to do a job by the folks over at BI that I worked for, and I did that job. There were a lot of things I wanted to change. Now I had had the opportunity to make those changes.
I would say the world falling from the sky made a fair amount of changes as well. Some of the individuals you knew before may be different now.
Yeah, some of them are dead.
And
I'm not against the idea. We trade with them. We send them food, they send us supplies. I don't want to... I worry about rocking the boat.
fair enough.
Got something good here. I think our geography helps us in that regard. Onric is kind of right in the thick of it. Noistron seems okay, but
You are relatively isolated, but on the downside of getting to anything, you have to deal with the seas and what lives in them.
why we try to have everything we need right here. And as you
Then
can attest, the jaunt across the ocean over to the mainland is not too bad.
that one, no, but to get anywhere else. How do the ports south of here function?
Excellent sailors. They've been... Those areas, like the trifecta, the ports, copper, bronze, and iron, they've had about another 1,000 years of practice on the sea. They know how to handle these waters.
All of that was down here before.
Yeah. Never came up. Same with the folks in Haven.
Yeah, I would be interested in the Circle to Haven. That one sounds very interesting to us.
You talk about an isolated community. Doesn't get much more.
Haven, Walleye. I want to get west, or east as I can get. Long journeys seem very difficult in this version of the world. Gridliners, back before all of this happened, would probably make things a lot easier than the seas are now.
They both had their own challenges, I suppose. It does make a certain amount of things easier not having the mire nearby and not having to live on top of a volatile well of magical energy that could explode at any moment.
That is fair.
Never been much for spellcasting myself. But I knew a lot of folks that didn't much care for living in the towns because never knew what was going to happen. And I can't say I'm necessarily sad about a post-Blackmire world.
Though the latter seems to have filled some of the despotic power vacuum.
There's a hole. Someone will fill it, but they leave me the hell alone, so can't say as I give much of a shit.
Well, sorry I don't have more satisfying answers for the long questions, but we'll be here a while.
Perfectly satisfying for me. I just want to make sure you're not going to cause trouble here. Long as you ain't, I'm good.
Do our best not to.
Do a little more than your best, I think. He just kind of like starts walking away. It is quite an interesting crew you have assembled here, though. I would be very curious someday to know the full story of how when Earth Genasi and the former High Priestess came to be in cahoots with Isaac Zelton or not. And, interesting fellow like yourself.
It is quite a story that not all of it sounds believable at first pass, but perhaps when there's time.
I've seen some things.
Fair enough.
57 raids in the Braddock Mire, and every single time it was different. But I came out. Imagine you guys will too, when the time comes.
Whatever it looks like, figure it out as we go.
How you live. Holler if you need anything.
Will do. Thank you.
Walks off.
Can I get a general insight on
Sure.
him? Not looking for any particular, like, did he lie here? Just
Seems to be pretty straightforward guy.
Yeah.
You don't feel like he probably said anything that was untrue, and he probably is one of the most clear-cut people you've met so far. His motives are very clear to you.
refreshing.
This guy is about keeping his people safe. Doesn't really give a shit about much else.
We can work with that.
You guys can figure out what you want to do for your downtime, and we can resolve that next time. Not next week, but next time. And we'll get your long rest.
Whee!
What fun we have.
Fun.
Well, technical issues aside, seems best to cut it off now before my computer has a full-on meltdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
probably.
So we will not be here next week because Thanksgiving. But we will be back the following week on 30th. We will see you then.
Alright.
All right. That's all. I'm going to leave now
Whoa.
before everything falls apart.
Okay.
Well,
Any more than it already has
any
today.
more.